There's a fire that burns inside. It's an instinct that never lies. The target's tattooed between our eyes. Stand and fight under the lights on the higher stage. A part of your life they can't take away. Just like the blood running through your veins. Everyone's watching through your eyes. There's only two options, win or die. Win or die. Win or die. It went from a spark to an open flame. Not destiny's calling out your name. So reply, so reply. And ignite. There's a power that's underneath, and you can see it till you believe. On the edge of infinity. Feel the rush under the lights on the higher stage. A part of your life they can't take away. Just like the blood running through your veins. Everyone's watching through your eyes. There's only two options, win or die. Win or die. Win or die. It went from a spark to an open flame. Not destiny's calling out your name. So reply, so reply. Ignite, ignite.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you guys knock your camera by any chance?
No.
Is it like
Because now
Yeah.
you are very off kilter.
towards who?
As in, it seems like the camera has shifted and your heads are too tall.
Okay, let's make that full screen
Here we go. Coming
for
up.
us so that we can see what we're doing. So our heads are like too close to the top of the frame.
The camera is tilted down too far.
Yeah. Okay.
It needs to be tilted up. There you go.
Hero.
Oh, hey, everybody. Hi. How that?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Time
Crosshair
to
has so
punch
many...
ass and eat bubble gum. Oh,
I believe that's
chew.
normal.
The circle has nay gum. Will they wrench?
Well, hi, Mom. Or will they Twitch Angel? Clip now.
Triumph or die, I
Yes.
guess?
Time to punch ass.
Time to punch ass and.
I gotta
And-
punch your ass! Excuse me. That doesn't sound right.
Thanks for the hair hype,
Will they triumph
guys.
or will they die?
I got
Yeah.
this done yesterday and I love it.
She does.
No, we're prepared for the gala.
The
That might
gala.
be our victory gala, so we may have to wait a couple sessions for that.
Well,
Um,
what do you wear when you're being invited to the possible opening of the Imperial Manse?
Certain doom.
What?
What?
Certain doom.
What do you wear to your own destruction?
what do you wear to your own funeral?
Right. Nice stuff, I guess.
Is that
Well,
really
Kate
what
showed up in
you
a dress.
want to do?
It's not something we want to do.
Mercy the hair. Mercy loves the hair.
Mercy, love the...
It's like Mercy the hair now. So many emotes. Very exciting. War Strider. Yes, also that.
Oh,
Oh my
what
god.
a fabulous piece of outerwear. Who are you wearing? It's a war strider.
I'm wearing War
I'm
Strider.
wearing quiet word for stage.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought you meant his skin for some reason. I was
Oh
like,
my
what?
God.
I don't know why my
No,
brain
as
was...
the designer.
Oh, you're right, right.
Jeez.
Quiet word.
I don't remember what his called.
I don't think we found out.
Woof.
Also, I don't know whether Finn.
People see our beautiful towels.
I can't see anything.
Yay.
I don't quite know why that was sent to me.
Probably
But
because I was blocking some of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kung Fu, we're all in. We are all
Yes.
in. You know,
I
roadside
did not do
haircut.
anything to my
I
hair.
did.
Good call. Yeah.
You got a haircut at the berry stand.
You know, they were like, do you want some strawberries, blueberries, haircut? And I was like, I'm intrigued by that last one.
All of the above.
A mixed bag, please. Frankly, it's a little too short. But it's now warm and lovely in Montreal. There's birds a-chirping. No,
Really,
not that
they're
it wasn't
going batshit
last
crazy
week
outside.
either or anything. But it's nice to have short hair.
Oh.
John, comment? No.
You dick.
Oh, no. It's nice. Okay, whatever.
And a cake.
We don't make.
You guys didn't mention any cake. We're gonna have to go get cake after stream.
Yeah, do we not? No, we don't.
No, we left
No,
the key lime pie at Mark's place.
I swear to
I'm
God.
sorry.
What are we gonna do?
Go for ice cream.
Did you say hi for me?
Yes.
That's an odd hesitation to throw down.
I think there was
Thought
that
you were
moment of,
talking
like,
about ice cream at first.
Did-
and I was
did
like,
we?
who do we know there?
Like, what about ice cream? Like, who
Can I
was
get a
that?
scoop of peanut butter chocolate chip? Also, John says hi. That's so good.
I mean, there are some places where we might do that, but not at an ice cream shop that I know of.
Aragwen, I saw it, I liked it, and I'm gonna reserve comment until we see what happens with those two. Will it be a love for the ages?
Or will it
Would
be
that
almost lover?
Well, I don't know.
Which is another
Scott
Final Fantasy song.
Scott did not Scott did not watch the RPG clinic, I don't think.
Oh, this Wednesday.
This
past
Wednesday? No, I was out of town. I did not
Last
watch
time
it.
on Exalted.
Yeah.
Ah,
Ugh.
I really need to
Yeah,
I really need to see what
there were
that
some
was.
visits with some NPCs.
Oh, c'est vrai.
That was pretty fun.
I
That was
can't-
fabulous.
I believe it was non-canon though, so I don't really want to know what any of them had to say. Just kidding,
Quasi-canon.
obviously.
Yeah, well, you guys may have missed out. I know that there was at least one attempt to try to gain knowledge that you shouldn't have had.
I know that every question I had was just like, I want to know about this, I want to know about that. I'm like, no, that's not what this is about. I'm a little too quiet.
Oh, balls. Balls to the walls.
I think it's the furthest one away.
You got it, Liz.
Frank
Long
me.
arms.
Cleavage
Crank
shot.
that.
There we go. All right.
I guess it is low cut enough. I'm like, really? It didn't seem
No.
that low cut.
Don't worry, I just go like this before leaning forward.
there
It's
you
fine.
go. You've learned.
I think
You're such a lady.
I
I just feel like-
chili.
Boom.
Chocolate
Ooh.
chili.
Also, like sitting with my legs wide open.
I think Scott's gone
Oh,
into an ice cream loop in his head.
Chocolate chili. Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chili chai?
Chicken pop. Chocolate chili chai.
Mint chocolate chip? New York Super Fudge Crunch?
Well,
Sounds good.
does
Yeah, nice
somebody in the chat want to fill in terms of the general impressions of what people learned from the repository of secrets before we start?
Please.
Mm.
Can we get a chat rechat? Damn it.
Rechapped.
There. Thank you.
Ugh.
Rechat.
We sound strange at normal speed. Yeah, our voices are like a little lower. We aren't just talking
Everything's-
like this all the time. I mean, it's crazy if we don't talk like this all the time, right? I mean, I'm sure the Happy Cthulhu will really appreciate that I'm talking like this right now, I'm sure.
Can we just?
Yeah,
do
no one wanted to talk to Lunars. No
Yep.
one talked to 10K either.
Well, I didn't know if it was set up that Aragorn could have hopped onto the call.
Oh, it was
would've
set
felt-
up.
It would have felt wrong if it hadn't been her.
Yeah.
Oh, it was all set up.
I didn't know it was set up.
What would you ask 10K?
I feel like
She's
I
like
would have
a-
just asked her in chat if I had a
I feel
random
like I know-
question. Been like, yo,
Everything I need to know.
What did you have for breakfast? And she'll be like, nothing,
start
because I'm
listing the
dead.
things you know from number 1. What is the first thing you ever learned that you still remember?
Breathe in. Number 2, breathe out.
Oh, like the blonde with the head.
I
with the
remember.
hair
That
cutters.
is the joke. Yeah, I was.
Hair
specifically
cutters,
thinking-
hairdressers, whatever.
Oh boy. Oh, the chamber.
But
The
nobody
shop
wanted to
of it.
speak to Speaks of Silence. Nobody wanted to speak to Races the
Mr.
Dead.
Balance all the time.
Yeah, I was like, whatever. I see her every day.
And Races the Dead can beep, a beep, beep, beep,
Or
beep, beep, beep.
Can I ask the chat, for anyone who was there, what was the strangest NPC that was called on? Because I'm thinking of all these little one-liners that we. Well, that's not a strange choice.
It wasn't a strange choice.
It was amazing.
You know, like those.
Who was a strange choice?
Like that.
Bah.
Oh
Totes.
my god, it's right there. Oh my god, he's right there. She, sorry.
Totes.
Okay, now I have to remix shots with
Totes. Totes.
or
Totes,
goat
totes, totes.
goat sounds. Totes is only a goat.
Kaiser, you're putting a question mark on it. You're not
Well,
convinced?
because it was just like, minute or two of totes, and then suddenly there was like a couple of sentences, and then John was like, no, totes is a fucking goat.
That was a really good John impression.
Oh yeah, it totally sounds like this.
That's how I sound to you?
No, I just like, you're a dude, so you have a low voice.
That's how I sound to you. You dude is a fucking goat.
Oh,
It's because you trolled us, okay? I was using a troll voice. when you trolled us.
trollolol.
We updated our character sheet.
Oh,
We
yeah,
were good
guys.
kids.
We sure did.
We made our final expenditures
Well,
with an XP for
hopefully not.
expenditure. No,
Our pre-Imperial Manse.
you're not allowed to
shopping
spend XP
spree.
after now.
oh.
Do you not read
I
that?
no,
Okay.
I did. I holding out. Just in case. You never know. You never know.
For when we remount the campaign.
I'm gonna keep collecting as if we're playing every week. Just kidding. Yeah, so those are exalted.com, guys. You can catch up on previous episodes.
I don't remember where they are on this overlay.
It's somewhere up there, probably. And then
Sorry.
yeah, and then the our character sheets are now there as well,
Mhm.
as well as NPCs, probably mostly up to date.
Mhm.
including some characters we thought would be more important. Anyway, it's great. It's a wonderful melange of NPCs on there.
Mhm.
Well, hello to you too, Captain Daff.
Not sure if we hear it or not.
We might as well.
Oh,
So we do have present she who knows 10,000 things, and of course echoes through song. Captain Daff and Aragorn, thanks for being here. Honestly, we need you now more than ever.
that's true.
Of course, the NPCs aren't up to date because we're baddies, or rather, I'm a baddie. I choose to take all the blame on this one. But you know who isn't a baddie?
Whom?
Well, it's Captain Daff.
Wow.
And Captain Daff has provided us with yet another recap. So, I suppose we should probably hear this. But before we do that, I'm just going to call out Magic Master P. Hey, man.
Yo, what's up?
You mostly caught up.
Perhaps man, perhaps not man. I don't know.
I think you are Robert.
Jumped about 20 episodes, but you know, look, you got to get caught up if you're going to join us live, and I love that.
Such a mouse.
So welcome. Yay! Yeah, seriously, all these emotes are amazing.
But we do have a recap.
Yeah.
Last time on Exalted. Jorek gives all fates 10k's box. Silence knows a lot about boxes. They take the airship to the Blessed Isle. Crest Exalted says it's been paid up for a week. Ray's keen eyes spot an owl-clawed tree and a cliff with sword-shaped moss. Our hero spends some time puzzling out the doorway and eventually Ray kisses her way in. There's two people already inside. No, it's just Starlight Dove. She tells them she has 4 hours to live after being poisoned 3 weeks ago. Val examines her and discovers she's a victim of the exploding 5-point palm technique. She's pretty sure she can save Dove's life. Dove also, finally, tells them that the orange jade arrowhead weakens the mind, and that she killed 3 Bronze faction plotting to stop them from getting to the Imperial Manse. She recommends letting the tepid dragon-blooded open the manse for them and beating them to the middle. She gives Final Beat a quick once-over and thanks Jorek for taking care of her. Starlight Dove says this was quiet words romance and points out a tiara on a nearby table. Ray puts it on. The table and floor fall away to reveal a gleaming man shape, 4 meters tall with saddle and stirrups, before it extends to a towering height of 10 meters. Ray touches it and it speaks to her mind. The War Strider calls itself Spot and it needs a pilot. Val asks about a training area and a floor opens up downstairs. Ray's super excited as she and Jorek put Spot through its paces. Val stabs Dove in the chest with her spear, keeping her dead until her body can heal. Eyes Alight reminds Val that the Solars are not just warriors, but an inspiration to others. Can Ember's speech quell the crowd? Will Requiem's refrain restrain our heroes? And does Val's borrowed power work on elephants? Find out on Exalted. Now.
The last
That was
few
a
notes.
slow burn. It's a slow burn, Captain Daff. I love it. It was a good one.
Amazing music choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hamilton hype. Seriously though, those are good questions. Particularly good. I feel like they're usually good questions. Sometimes they're funny questions, but like right now,
Would it work on an elephant?
not that one maybe, but yeah, would an elephant forget?
Exactly.
I think we need an elephant NPC.
That was
And
not...
Kate's gonna do the sound.
I liked it. I'm loving it. Kung Fu Fenris, I'm imagining Requiem dropping the sickest remix of 2017.
Baby
now.
metal, okay?
Baby.
She is totally...
I love it. Oh, yeah, I love it. Just like the game makes it sound like a hip hop person, artist. Huh. Well, there it is.
Hey, thanks.
You're
Right.
welcome.
I'll keep it out of my
Did
face.
Ray get dyed hair on the ship?
She did, yeah.
Wow.
So she found their supply of pomegranates and crushed it with her feet. And rubbed
Oh,
it
please.
all
They
over
found their
her.
supply of Kool-Aid. And that
She
was
didn't
it.
drink the Kool-Aid. She rubbed it all over herself.
That's actually used for
And-
temporary hair dye.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm
Been
surprised
there,
it
tried that.
kind of stains.
Failed.
Doesn't
I guess it
really
would.
work super
No.
well.
Not for the lens.
Crosshair.
Only the part that.
Filthy.
Never mind.
Nope.
Nope, I didn't say it. I didn't
Mhm.
finish my sentence.
Only the big flappy ears.
Mm.
We love Ember. We love Ember here on
Big
Exalt
fluffy
Twitch.
ears. And the elephants. John's being very quiet, so we're just rambling on.
John's trying to make sure that he doesn't have to go to work.
Yay! Well,
So
this is a form of work, right, John? You don't like playing with us, and you consider it really terrible.
All right, guys, we're self-GMing, and we have to be true to how John would GM.
Okay. Go on. Who wants to start?
Oh, we're doing the roundtable jamming?
Oh,
That sounds so good.
sounds like one word at a time.
goodness,
story.
please
Oh my
no.
Yeah, it sounds awful. Sweet.
Eric will take over.
Oh shit.
Yee. That's a thing.
That is actually a good point. Aragorn laid out the full episode.
And it was horrifying.
It was horrifying. John, I expect that we're going to follow it to a T. I can only assume.
I don't know if you want it to go the way that she laid it out.
No,
Not
we
at
really
all.
don't.
No, not at all. I just assume that we will.
Quick, choose whoever in chat wants us to go to the gala. At the gala. At the gala.
What sort of job requires you to be on call on a Sunday? I am on call this entire month. I have been at work a lot.
He didn't have a weekend. Last weekend.
So
Thank you, Sarge. This is actually a dress. Surprise dress.
Surprise dress.
Ah!
It was, I believe,
It was
voted.
one of the options. It was, I
It's
think,
chosen by
dress
you, the people.
C? No, the dress chosen by them, the people, is the one I'm saving for the wedding. This is the one that I fell in love with anyway
It was
and ordered.
really cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
I love
I'm
it.
so glad you did.
yes.
And I say
Oh.
you truly option 3'd it by ordering many.
Yes, but also it was, I think, option 3. So
I think that's one of them.
So we'll see. Either way, I'm going to continue as if we are continuing.
Yay!
And if we have to end early on a cliffhanger, then we'll end early on a cliffhanger.
And you turn the corner, your head explodes. What's gonna happen? Like,
Jorek, take a scar. Bye.
Jorek, take a scar.
Jorek, you do the thing.
Come on, Jorek, do your
Do the thing.
Oh, the rewind.
I posted an excerpt of a script on Twitter a few hours ago, and I won't insult everybody's intelligence by repeating what was said there. Occasionally, GMs feel the need to warn their players. In fact, I've already warned my players, and there's no need to do it again. But I want everybody here in the audience to keep an eye today. Because if I'm correct, it's in this episode that the 3 players who are seated in front of you will make decisions that determine endgame. Everything has been leading up to this point. We've gone through marathon stream. We've gone through times where we've streamed every week. We've gone through times where we've even had to take a longer break than we'd like. We have had streams cut short. We have had streams go long. And I don't want to say that it all leads to this, because it's really more about the journey than it is about the end. but journeys do have to end sometime. All right. You have to tell me who is currently leaving the Manse to head to the Imperial City and what you're taking with you.
All of us. Everything. No, I don't think we need the random weapons unless any of our NPCs would like them. We'll give them
The
freedom.
option.
Yep. But otherwise, I think we're taking us and trying to get the War Strider sneakily in a small size, if we can figure out how to make it small, into the airship.
Here's a question, John.
I don't know who
With-
us is. Is it just the three of you?
Everyone. All Fates, Speaks of Silence, Ember, Eyes of Light,
Starlight Dove.
Starlight Dove.
Starlight Dove needs to recover. I
Is
don't
she?
think she's okay.
Did we give enough time for her to recover?
It's.
What?
I think that's magic. She had
Healing
to.
magic. But that's up to John to let us know.
Mhm.
I would suggest All Fates pilot the mech into the airship because
Mhm.
she's got sneaky charms. So
Yeah.
she might be able to make it sneak if we can. If we think it's possible. Did I say patches?
No.
Okay.
I've got my little satchel, and in it I have the herbs that I got way back when from Felicity to heal burns, and I also have some pork buns. 5 of them to be exact.
Truly a dude.
My smash fists are
She
on.
did give you those herbs.
She did.
Definitely. Did she give any? She gave Ember a thing. Did she give anyone else a thing?
No.
I think she gave Ember the gift.
Yes.
She kissed him. I don't know
Um,
how gifty that
I
is.
have Final Beat. I have. Oh.
I'm shaking my head to somebody who private messaged me. Keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
I have Final Beat. I have my circlet. I have the blank execution order signed by House Nemen. I have the House Tepet seal.
Now you dressed as House Tippett.
Yes, I am in our disguises.
Oh yeah, me too.
All of them. I've worn them all.
Disguise.
I'm in disguise.
Spear, sword, buff jacket, reinforced buff jacket.
What you, Liz? Oh no, you already.
Oh, everyone's gonna contact work and be like, "Excuse me, Mr. Verrill is very busy right now." Humph.
Hemph. Can you spell that for us, please? HMMPH.
HARUMPH. Harumph.
I don't know how comfortable I am with people contacting my work currently.
Yeah, no, don't do it.
Look, if
Don't
I
do
have
it.
to go, I have to go. I'm trying to make sure that I don't,
Yeah.
but we just have to accept that that might be a possibility and move on.
Yeah. Is there anything else we bring? I've done my best over that night and before we have to leave in the morning to try to explore whatever else there is of the manse. So if there's something that seems relevant, I'll bring it.
Mhm.
Might bring
You have
a
your
little bit of
circlet?
food.
Your brand new one.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I feel like it would pass as something that a Tepet person would wear.
Yeah,
Fancy tiara.
I think so.
That's why I'm dressed like this.
Yeah, your fancy. It's your fancy Tepid look. Liz, care to elaborate?
Ray,
I'm just
Ray
kidding.
just didn't want to be left out.
Outrageous
sounds
up and comer.
She is outrageous.
Outrage. And I think.
Yes, that's how we recovered our essence and willpower. It wasn't through like just sleeping, it was through using the separate individual bedrooms.
What do you use? Oh.
I don't know. I know which bedroom you went to.
Yeah,
The one that I drew a little
that
eye
was
on.
so cute. You draw the eyes light. I was like, that's really mean.
Also, yes, but also because that's your anima banner.
It's true, actually. It all works for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know, everyone. And I think for the pun.
Yeah,
For the watch.
you mentioned the
Can we
Tepet House seal.
watch.
Yep. No, you can keep it. You're the Mr. Talky Talk of this
That's not
cover.
gonna go well.
It's okay. Second, we need to blow cover. I will blow it sky high with my anima.
I have no doubt. Yeah.
You're gonna do this
badass.
amazing thing where I'll be like, and then now, and then I duck as you guys like, do something crazy behind me.
I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we capable of reducing the size of the War Strider? And is All Fates capable of sneaking it onto the airship?
The War
Slash-
Strider, in its smallest form that you've already seen, is only slightly larger than one of you. I mean, it's large, but it can get onto the ship.
That's good. Then, yeah, we'll suggest All Fates pilot it so that we have it sort of stealthed. It's probably not cloaked, but stealthed. And
Yeah,
nearby.
any stealth charms that she has access to that can extend to the War Strider, then that's a cool thing to have.
Captain Daff, that's for me to know and for you to find out. Also, take a look at my wardrobe. No.
I think your swim trunks might have some
Yeah.
sort of floral pattern to them.
Oh, I wish they did.
Someone in the swimming episode of season 2 did.
Oh, okay. I was
I
like,
guess it wasn't you.
oh.
All right. The trip from Arief to the Imperial Manse, pouring on like liquid Schwartz and just pour it into the gas tank and go.
Use the shorts.
It makes for not the longest night's rest that you've ever had. But it gets there. And it will get there in time. The question remains, though, whether or not you'll actually be able to get in there properly. Because when you have... Ooh, it looks like things might be under control.
Excellent.
Because when it looks... Here. Let me just... Imperial Manse. Just updating your location. When the ship starts cresting over, you can see just ranks and ranks and ranks and ranks of soldiers standing outside a set of doors, incredibly tall doors. We're talking 20 meters high. And they've set up a stage in front of it with bleachers behind all of the soldiers where there's just a huge number of... And you would think that these would be like rabble watching, but these are the nobility that have arrived for this moment. And you can see various banners from almost every major house. So for some of you, you've never seen them before. For others, they're there. It would appear that everything that has happened up to this point is in preparation for this moment. So you're still relatively high. You're still flying House Tevin colors. So there isn't... nobody's paying you much mind at the moment. But you can see on the stage a few figures that you don't quite recognize. They seem like the kind of elderly statesman that you would expect to see in this case. Although, of course, if it's a dragon-blooded who looks elderly, that's a serious moment.
Mm-hmm.
Speaks of silence, all fates saved. Ember, all of them, standing on the bow of the ship looking over. But there are a lot of them.
So, our plan is to convince them that their best bet is to send as many people in as possible, to send in a team to be successful.
Is that Val talking to us.
To Jorek and sort of to the rest of them, but since Jorek is the one speaking for the party.
Right, yeah, you're right.
Um,
Take out my cue cards and drop them. Sorry. Speaking of, yes, I think once we land,
Yeah.
play it cool. Ember keeps his head down. We make our way to our assigned seating, of course. And at the right moment, we declare ourselves to be another challenger, also from House Tepet. And a little challenge never hurt anyone. The more people in the manse, the more likely they are to succeed.
Mr. Talkie Talk at it again.
Is it important that we declare that we're going to enter?
As opposed to sneak around some side entrance. We don't have blueprints for the manse, unless...
No, there's only one entrance to the manse, but if I could tell everybody to stop and pay attention, then they could not stop you. The doors will only be open for a short time, and then they will close again. I doubt very much that they'll send people in after you.
We would have those few seconds.
That seems like a pretty good first plan.
Yeah. Well, they will have to be paying attention to Ember. And I guess, Ember, when your time is up, join us, if you can.
But I will defer to you.
Nope. You were given this power.
If all else fails and there's some reason that we are not able to head into the manse when you speak, I'll take it upon myself, as will Valeria, to persuade those gathered that we'd be allowed to submit another few challengers. But I think you're right, Ember. We don't necessarily need to make this harder than it has to be.
Either way, we're getting in.
If you say so.
Yeah.
There is a chance that if I cannot make it inside, I shall have to hope that they are merciful and wait until they find out who manages to reach the whatever inside.
If you can't follow us in, you need to get out of there. Find somewhere safe and we'll find you. But don't risk your life waiting by the door for us. Okay?
I count hundreds down there, at least as strong as I am.
Yeah, but you lasted 11 seconds in a fight with me, so you can take all of them.
I go in for the low 5.
Are we... Is this really the best way to get inside?
I don't think there's a better way. Unless you just mean declare that we're taking it back for the Unconquered Sun.
No, I just mean risking Ember being locked out. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
How long do I have to speak?
I don't know. Depends where we're standing when you start speaking. If everyone's distracted long enough, if the door's already open, how long the doors are open. There are so many factors that we don't know.
Then I shall have to make my comments extremely brief.
You've always been good at that. What? What? Why are you high-fiving me?
Well, you can only plan so much before you just have to throw yourself into the shit and hope for the best, so...
We can always just try to blow the doors open.
Yeah, I mean, if this doesn't work, we'll just use the War Strider and wrench our way in.
Right. Hold off the forces of the Blessed Isle for as long as it takes to get to the realms of it.
Unfortunately, nobody knows what's inside. Anybody who enters the Imperial Manse doesn't come out. Unless you're the Scarlet Empress.
Or us.
Or whoever first created it. Yeah.
But it is true. There's no way to know. We'll have to rely on each other. Which is why you need to try to come in if you can, Ember.
So as you're talking, a familiar figure strides out onto the stage, and there's a huge roar of cheering that comes up. Tepet Ken Shah.
Son of a bitch. It's a jean short guy.
You didn't meet him.
Jean short guy.
I don't know why I picture him wearing jean shorts. Was there some kind of joke about that? Like him wearing cutoffs? Okay.
I mean, you could, although he's not wearing jean shorts at the moment.
Right.
What if you kill him?
We actually have an artist's rendering.
Really?
Well, I do.
Hit us up.
Erwin, I don't know if they do. You do?
I know some things.
Yeah, we know some things. Exactly.
We don't know all the things. We don't know as many as she does.
Oh, it's because it reminds me of Tepe
Kesha.
Kesha. That must be where I got that image from.
Or like the Ken doll. So yeah, what if we kill him when they have no one to go in?
Well, I mean, he sounded like a dick. Don't get me wrong, but
Backup plan. Plan C.
Great. I'm fine with that.
Or otherwise incapacitated. Don't need to turn to murder if we don't have to. No, he hurt us, Val, but
This is more important than any one life.
He starts to speak, but you're far enough away that at this point, those without assistant hearing can't. And there's that's happened.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's that sound coming up.
Yeah, let's see. Which ones do I want to... Let's do some of this sweets. Yeah, hearing's active.
It is about time, isn't it? And then another roar of the crowd. I figure that this is the sort of thing that everybody needs to witness. The moment where we leave uncertainty behind. I accept this challenge. And I thank all of you for being here. And now, in accordance with what we choose to believe, that openness is better than being in the shadows. You will see me walk in here and walk out, that there can be no mistake. But I am the one. The new emperor stands before you. And then there's another huge...
Guys, he sounds like a total dick.
Can we get a sense, John, whether... I mean, I know I can't hear him speaking, but you said, like, all of the assembled banners, right? Are all of the houses kind of throwing their support behind this?
Yeah, I'm listening for applause and reaction to what he says.
So there seems to be a roar of stuff like that, but one thing that you can tell is that underneath various of the flags, there's very distinctly, like, not a roar or muttering.
Well, he's setting himself up as the next emperor.
Well, that certainly makes sense.
He seems to have a lot of people supporting him. Not everyone who's gathered there does, but A lot more than you would think.
There's been a power vacuum there for. No.
But he's such a douche.
Ray, is your
Yeah,
eyesight
tell us.
activated or just your hearing?
Eyesight and hearing. Eyesight is permanent right now, so.
Permanent for now.
So the
Dedicated.
doors start to crack open, but it's very slow. Like we're talking like big buildup, and then as soon as there's a tiny crack in the door, mist starts to billow out.
Oh shit. Son.
Estimate between us getting there and door being open.
You could easily. You're in an airship. The airship moves fast.
Okay.
Okay, the doors are opening, guys. The doors are opening.
Should we just all go in?
There's mist coming out of the doors.
We need to make our landing, and we need to make our way close to the front. as
And I
Ember starts
think
speaking.
we just need to bring the War Strider with us.
Although, listen to us with that.
If the plan is for Amber to just say something to distract the crowd to let us in anyway, there's no point in holding back any of our ability. If the doors are going to close behind us, we have to have everything with us.
Sounds to me like we need a bitchin' entrance.
Everyone hop on the shoulders of the War Strider, and the War Strider jump down. All fates? Do you think you'd be able to?
I mean, I'm happy to. So.
You have carried me long enough. It is time I carried you.
Thank you.
Badass.
Jorek, I want your hands free to use your bow if we need. I mean, hold on for dear life.
Oh,
But-
okay, I got it. Yeah.
I'm so excited!
The War Strider strides out onto the deck. And All Fates clambers inside. And then crouches down as low as she can.
Everybody hop on. Come on, Jorek.
I
I go to help him.
I think
am a pretty princess.
the doors have opened sooner than I anticipated. I don't think we can wait and try to just pretend to be house tepid. I just don't think we can at this point. If we had gotten in place and had a nice conversation, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've kept the cover up already.
Yeah, with our arrival.
As soon as we land, Ember, begin to speak, and we'll
Whip our clothes off at
race
once.
for it.
Oh,
We don't
no,
have to do
okay,
that
never mind.
necessarily.
Alright.
The only reason they're not attacking the ship right now is because you're wearing those things.
Mm.
Starlight Dove looks up and she winces a little bit as you know, she rubs the area in which, you know, there was a spear in her breastplate.
I would have
8
removed
hours
the
ago.
breastplate.
Her
Puncture
breastplate.
Destroyer armor.
Her
Or like
actual
her-
breastplate.
Okay.
The bone.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't anticipate that it would come down to 4 of you.
Do you think with 3 or 5?
I thought for sure it was going to be a very long time and an army assembled.
Apparently we don't have time for that.
We were never very patient.
And sometimes you have to make a statement.
I don't know anything beyond the next few moments.
Hey, let us know if you do.
And she reaches over and she takes your hands each in turn. Just remember that it's my job to make sure that it's one of you. I do not want this power myself. And if I were to take an action that you think would endanger me, know that it's because I've spent my entire life waiting for now. I wasn't even supposed to be alive for this moment.
Power of the unconquered sun. And now you can be here to celebrate our victory with us.
Won't let the loom tell me everything. Ember, we've spoken about various things you can possibly say. I believe in you. I think that your words have always surprised me in how powerful they are and how moving they are. I have no doubt they will be the same today.
We will need you. After we exit victorious, they'll all still be out here.
Oh, yes.
Then I am ready. I believe I always have.
You have. And I kiss him while we're hopping onto the
I guess
horse
that makes
riding.
sense.
A
Yeah.
squeeze speaks of silence's hand.
But, sorry.
But what?
You know, I'm
God?
doing this. I think I'm doing this not just for you or for me. For Races the Dead. For she who knows 10,000 things. This has hurt more than just the Solars.
Yeah.
Sure, we might have some heroics to look forward to when we're in there. Just don't forget. It's not worth it if we don't make it out alive, right?
Right.
Yeah. Besides, now that we know who's been picked to be the next emperor, we definitely have to stop him. If all we accomplish is stopping him, we've already saved creation. But we aren't going to stop there.
Fuck you.
Jorek, you've only known me for a small amount of time, and I've only known you for as long as I've been able to talk with you. Ray, Valeria, all fates. I know that I will do what I can. But I know more than that. I know that fate still has words for you after this day. No matter what. And if nothing else, it's going to be my duty to make sure that everybody knows it. I'm not used to feeling pride in other people. I've kept to myself mostly. Thanks for teaching me that.
As I go in to pull her into an embrace, I just kind of like whisper to her, you're not just transcribing the story, you're going to be part of it.
I know that waiting for the next day can show the world in an entirely different light. A light I thought I forsook. You rescued me. It's time we rescued creation. I need it to be as good as it can be. If only for when she returns. You have to clean up your house before you have visitors, right?
Absolutely.
Because she's too perfect for creation. It always seems like she's just visiting. because I'm that lucky. And then she goes to some perfect place. I'd rather keep her here this time.
I mean, it might need a fresh coat of paint, but I think you will both be very happy. Lots of room for books.
All Fates Saved stands easily under the weight of the 4 other people who you're taking with you. Crest Exalted steps out. I don't know what they're going to do to the ship when you land.
You're gonna fly clear away. Somewhere safe.
Send up a flare, and we'll come back. We owe you that much.
You'll see.
You may not need one.
It'll be a flare of sorts.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you.
You're dismissed. You have permission to disembark. And, and then he leans over close to Valeria and he whispers, just try to keep my mother-in-law safe.
Which one's that?
And he just nods and backs away.
No, seriously. Oh.
Who was
Who
was Crest Exaltant's husband?
Oh,
Well-
mother-in-law. Okay.
So Velvet, so Starlight Dove. If we're going crazy like that.
Yes, sir. Let's. Okay, I don't know how I
Or-
somehow thought mother.
Or
I
is he
left out the
talking
in-law.
fake mother-in-law? Which
Mother-in-law?
mother?
He's only married once, to my knowledge.
Yes, but the one he was married to was actually Velvet, whose mother was Starlight Dove.
Yes.
So, but he
Yes.
doesn't know all this, does
Yes,
he?
we told him,
Oh,
which is what like changes agony or suffering or whatever.
I just
Anyway.
didn't know he knew that. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Great.
Great.
Yes, sir.
The doors have opened now wide enough that one person can slip through and mist is still billowing out. And that's when the War Strider, you can feel the rush of energy as it leaps up into the air, silhouetted by the sun. For just a moment, the ship even rocks itself back and then rights itself back up. And then it slams down onto the dais. And there's a moment of just silence as it pulls itself up to full height, and there's a shock that ripples throughout the crowd. And Kensha turns right around and runs inside.
Fuck.
Let's go inside.
Ember slides down. So what are you doing at this moment?
I'm going to go to the door and try to encourage people to go inside, but I'm not going to go until at least the All Fates and the War Strider is in, and I'm going to wait as long as possible, hoping Ember will join us. Assuming the other people can.
And we're making our way. Well, I'm making my way to the
Right?
door.
I should point out that you can't see through the mist.
Okay.
But one thing that you can see is that as Kenshaw manages to make it inside, someone else, a shadow, flitters directly into the mist as well. And then a third, and then a fourth.
What?
There are
he's not
more
alone.
people entering.
He's not alone. There are others in there.
Friggin' open season. What the hell?
Would I be able to force the door open anymore to make enough room for the Worst Rider?
Yeah, potentially. You're pretty strong.
Yeah, if
Ember
I see-
raises his hands, and then he looks at you, and he points to ears, and then turns.
Yeah, I clasp my hands over my ears as
Oh.
well, so we can't.
And then he starts to speak. And the crowd, who have all started to muster themselves up, freezes.
I then
Liz
have
wants to hear.
covering my ears.
I don't know if we're going to.
It is time that you understood who is truly in charge, here, now, in front of all of you. Witness as more enter the manse, and we will see who leaves. But all of you will wait to discover. Ray?
I am trying to pull open that door more.
Yep, seeing Ray grab one, I'll grab the other since I was standing by the door anyway.
All right. Jorek?
I'm slipping in. I'm getting there. All right, no. That's enough. Okay, all right. Everyone wants a high five. Fine.
I mean, I'd high five just
Yay.
Liz.
Ray, Valeria, you managed to wrench the doors open wide enough that all fate saved just corkscrews in the air with the War Strider so that it manages to fit through the slightest crack that it can.
Cool.
Nice.
And then the two of you could pull the doors shut.
Yes, I'm gonna try to gesture to Ember. Get back.
Ember turns, and you can see that the elders on the stage stand up, and they look like they're fighting against their own selves to stop him. But he turns and he takes one step, two, and then he just leaps as hard as he can, almost looking like Ray, using her monkey leap technique. And he manages to make it and rolls into the mist itself.
As soon as he's in, closing that door.
Yeah.
Slamming it.
Watch your fingers.
Probably.
So
hit
as soon as the door closes, you can hear it seal itself behind you. And then you can hear pounding on the other side. But no one is able to enter.
I'm going to glow my cast mark, which will make me a target, but will also help us see.
I'm activating
Well,
Diamond Body.
it actually won't help you see. It's sort of like turning a light on in fog doesn't actually help you see through the fog.
Yeah, then maybe I won't.
Not yet.
And yet.
Nothing. Huh? What?
Oh, Liz has something.
I
she
have
wants
a
to do.
plan, but first I'm activating Diamond Brody.
Brody Piranha.
Diamond Bra? What is
Diamond
this?
Bra.
An X-Men movie?
It's a Marilyn Monroe thing, actually.
Wow, that was not great. 6, 5. Okay, so 6.
I guess I'm fumbling around to see if I can grasp somebody's hand in the meantime, because
Yep.
I didn't
I
realize
will
that this was gonna be
reach
like
out
this.
for the rest of the party.
All right. So, Jorek, you are touching one metallic leg, and you've got Eyes of Light on your other side, or at least you're pretty sure because her hand's small and it's constantly reaching for your chunk.
Oh my. Show us some speed.
Not now, Eyes. This isn't the time.
Ray, you
It's
and
a-
Valeria have each other's hands.
Aw.
So the first thing that I'm going to do before activating Plan B is just listen and see if I can get a sense using echolocation how big the room is and how many bodies are in the room.
You count currently in the room itself, in this initial like little foyer area, 11 people and 1 war strider with another person inside.
All right. So does that account for? That accounts for us. Kensha.
So Eyes of Light.
Yeah.
You know that Eyes of Light made it in.
Yep.
You know that Ember made it in.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that Speaks of Silence made it in. All Fates Saved. And the War Strider. The 3 of you.
Yep.
So here's the count.
Here we go.
Okay.
The 3 of you. All Fates Saved. Ember. Eyes of Light. Speaks of Silence. Starlight Dove. 4 more. One of whom is Kensha, you assume. And then 3 others.
So as soon as I get a sense that they are in the same room as us, I'm going to activate Eye of the Unconquered Sun.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, so my cast mark starts blazing like a tiny sun, and my eyes go huge and turn into searchlights, and I'm scanning the entire room. So what happens is anybody who's caught in my gaze, any magical and mundane stealth effects are canceled, solid walls and opaque objects become transparent, all forms of stealth are automatically unsuccessful, fog lifts, smoke parts, clouds dissolve, disguise magic is stripped, dematerialized spirits have to rematerialize. People can try to dodge my gaze, evasion versus my awareness.
Interesting.
Discover Jorek has been disguised like a little blob disguised
my
as a
God.
person this
Oh
whole
my
time.
god, he's Dada.
Fuck,
He's
Jorek,
Dada
fuck.
this whole
All right, so
time.
you might as well just roll your awareness for me.
Me? All of us?
No, Ray. She's the one who can
Okay.
see.
Okay, sorry.
Right,
I
'Cause-
thought I heard Kate.
my awareness.
Oh no,
is-
it's their evasion versus your awareness. What is your awareness?
So my awareness is 10. It's a pool of 10, and ones are re-rolled until they fail to appear.
Your awareness is 10? How many dots of awareness do you have?
So I have 5, but this enhances my awareness roll by essence. So it's a pool of 10.
Who says Totes isn't here, the crosshair? Totes isn't there. Because Totes is a goat.
Oh, I like Georgia. Georgia.
Alright. So, Ray, you see the following people.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let her pull out her successes here.
Okay. So that's 6 successes.
Okay. So I've rolled for each of the individuals. You can see Kensha.
Okay.
You can see also Requiem of the Unnecessarily Sacrificed, who's standing there, even though she does have rags over her face. That's pushed away in your eyesight. You can definitely tell that it's her.
Awesome.
You can also see Felicity.
Guys, it's not velvet. It's fine. I
Put
don't-
this table here.
What's the issue?
And finally, the only person who managed to successfully dodge your sight,
Mhm.
but you can tell that there's someone there, is one other figure. This one is cloaked. You can tell that that there is a person there, but other than that, there's not much that you can see.
Now, is that your vision, or are they actually lamps like that we
Well,
can
it
all
says
see by?
it says gaze turns into a searchlight, and anyone caught in the gaze is subject to the following effects. So I think you guys can see them.
Yes, you can
as
see
long
them.
as they fail my
Oh shit!
Felicity is not in Felicity's form. You can tell that it was somebody who you once knew as Felicity, but she appears as the Scarlet Empress herself.
Motherfucker.
She's wearing... I'll go back to her. She's wearing her red dress, and her hair is now completely loose. Nothing tying it together, just flowing. Of course, technically, you can see through everyone's clothing as well, should you so choose. So you can also see any weapons that they may have concealed. So
I will choose to do that.
So I will point it out. Requiem just has a small knife. Felicity carries no weapons. The person who's evaded your sight, you can't tell. Mm-hmm. And Kenshaw is currently holding 2 short diclaves and a chakram. But those aren't hidden, they're just at his side.
Wink.
If we're going to be competing in this contest, it's only fair to have everything out in the open. Wouldn't you say? I say, eyes blazing.
Eyes blazing, a terrifying apparition.
And then you hear a very loud, deafening voice. Why do you enter?
Well, if no one's making a move to talk first, obviously I'm gonna. All right, well, calm down. I'm gonna step forward and sort of like gesture at my party. I enter to reinstate the rule of the chosen of the unconquered sun, to take creation back and to live in harmony again.
Eyes alight. Stands up. And she squeezes Jorek's hand. I should point out, Starlight Dove is inside, but she's on her knees currently.
Does she look like she's in pain, or is this reverence?
Kind of a little from column A and a little from column B.
Gotcha. Thanks, John.
Thanks.
Isolite speaks up. I'm on the right side of fate. I should be on the right side of history, too. Speaks of silence. Takes a step forward. If I'm going to be a survivor, I'll make living in creation worthwhile. Kenshaw just shakes his head and he smiles. Toothy grin. Uncertainty is the enemy. I am the guide. I am order. I am creation. Do you legit expectorate there, Valeria?
Yes.
I'm going to turn my flaming gaze onto that so that it's really highlighted.
Thanks. Thanks, friend.
You're welcome.
Damn it.
Val spat at Kenshaw's douchey comment. It was great.
I am creation.
Are Ray or Valeria making any comments here?
I will prove to the world that the Solars are not anathema. And if anyone rules creation, it should be the Solars. These are not my words, but I have taken them on.
because I know now what I'm fighting for, and it's creation.
Felicity looks up. I shall test them, and if all fail, I shall be reborn.
Of course.
Requiem looks directly at Jorek. I am not a pawn anymore. The War Strider puts out a tiny little speaker.
Yes.
And then you hear, not to redeem myself, but because I've been redeemed. The figure who has successfully avoided your gaze, still obscured by mist, but yet you hear, and it's not coming from anyone else that you can see. Today I do as I must, not as I'm told. I will stop them.
Do I recognize the voice?
Do we recognize the voice?
No. But it doesn't seem to be a natural voice.
Oh, boy.
And then Ember takes 4 steps forward. For my mother. For my family. For what's right. And then he looks at Ray. For her. And then the mist fades away, revealing 5 ladders. And if you look up, way up, I'll call Rusty. You can see that there's another platform. And this platform must be 200 meters up.
They use this friggin' manse, man.
Big!
I love it.
It's like our War Manse with a hanger, but like times 1,000.
Surrounding the walls are glyphs. Glyphs of a language that always look familiar and yet can't be deciphered.
I'll go slightly crazy.
And they all start to glow and then move in a clockwise formation around you. And Felicity sits down, crosses her arms, and waits. I know what happens here. I know that I have the strength to reach the controls. This is still my manse, and I still control it.
So all the ladders lead to the one platform that we can
Yes.
see? Okay.
You gave us the impression that you'd never return. You gave us the impression that, at the very least, perhaps you needed us to do a certain thing you gave us the power to do. Why have you returned?
A lack of understanding on your part does not require an answer on mine. And then she winks at you.
Yeah, read intentions on the wink.
3 successes.
Is it a wink?
Is it a wink?
Okay.
She winks.
She has a minor intimacy. I will see that the Solars get a shot.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Speaks of Silence has wandered up to one of the ladders, and when she places her hand on it, it melts away under her hand. And then when she pulls it back, the ladder reforms.
And the runes are still, or the glyphs are still rotating?
Yes, but very slowly. Like, not maybe moving about 10 centimeters a second.
Okay. And are they arranged kind of randomly throughout? Or is it kind of like one of those Skyrim door opening puzzles where it's they're on a couple of different strips and they move?
No.
And there's a way? Okay.
No, the glyphs surround. It's like the entire wall is covered in them.
Okay.
I'm going to join Seeks of Silence and run my hand along the wall, from one corner to the other.
Okay.
See if...
So when you lay your hand against the wall,
Yep.
you can feel one mote of essence. I don't care from which pool. Get pulled in.
I don't care about glowing in here.
Hey.
And as I continue to
And then
walk along-
you feel your hand stick to the wall. And Valeria, you hear a voice. The power to rule requires dedication, but not knowledge. Commit as much as you believe necessary, but you only have one chance.
Excuse me, is this enough?
I give them Jorek, okay?
So you feel that your hand isn't stuck. You can pull it away,
Pennies at a bank.
but it's giving you the opportunity to feed essence into the glyph.
I'm going to ponder on it for a moment, if other people want to do other things.
I'm moving up to join Speaks of Silence. I'm going to try my hand at a different ladder, reaching kind of higher up.
Same thing, it just passes through your hand.
I try holding the sides of the ladder rather than the rungs.
Same.
Yeah.
Hey, leap up and try up there.
Whee!
Whoa.
It is too high for your monkey leap technique.
The thing.
It's 200 meters?
Yep.
Or
No, I'm wondering. No, I'm not arguing about monkey leap. I'm wondering if the War Strider could toss me that distance. Has- What was that, John?
Toss me.
Toss me. I gotta get the distance. You have to toss me.
I love it. I think it's certainly trying.
It looks like I might be able to.
Requiem walks directly up to you, Jorek. Give up. Leave.
No.
I'm going to give my entire personal essence pool.
Oh my god.
How many motes is that?
25.
Okay. Do you think, honestly, that you can succeed here?
I
Don't think this is. Who is that to?
It's Requiem to Jorek.
No worries. If you want to get in on this.
No, I mean I do want to
Daddy-daughter
address her,
reunion,
but I want to know if there's any reaction to what I did. So
so
when
you'll
John
spend
gives me a
money.
chance, let me know.
Yep. It's taking some time to leech the essence away from you. It's not all in one shot.
I
You didn't know about me, and then you couldn't save me. What makes you think that creation will fare any better when you couldn't even handle one daughter?
This is my destiny. Much as it's yours to charm creation with your music in the name of the unconquered sun. And I will make that happen.
Do you want to hear me sing, Daddy? And her cast mark cracks, and blood starts to pour down from it.
I reach my hand out towards her mouth. Yikes. I can only address you by your name, your true name. Sola, whether or not you feel it, there is a war inside of you. Inside that incredible piece of technology. Inside that incredible thing. There is someone there, much like you. Someone who was redeemed. You heard her. You will be as well. But don't make this harder than it needs to be. We're going to reach this together.
Together. Do you think I'm like your tamed beast up in that machine? I see more clearly now than I ever did. I will sing for you. Maybe you'll even be alive to hear it. And she puts her hand on the wall. Valeria, when you pull your hand away, everything seems normal, other than you have less essence.
No voice, no nothing in response to what I did.
Nope.
Does anything seem to be happening to Requiem as she kind of...
I'm going to
does this?
continue my walk along the wall.
Yeah.
She's pushing essence into the wall.
Right, we can tell, okay.
Sorry, Val, what are you doing?
I'm just going to, I stopped wherever that happened, but I'm going to continue walking along the wall with my hand along it.
Okay, are you trying anything else?
I'm trying to see if there's any flaw on the surface other than these disappearing ladders.
Well, the ladders aren't disappearing, they're there.
But when people touch them, don't they disappear?
Maybe not for you, because you just
Does
did
it
all this
disappear when I eventually run across a ladder?
Now when you touch a ladder, the ladder seems solid enough.
Solid enough.
Guys, you have to channel some of your essence into these runes to climb the ladder.
Oh, fuck.
Kensha and the other figure immediately place their hands against the wall. Kensha looks up. I don't know why we have to be against each other at this point. I was rather impressed with you outside Nexus.
Who said that?
Kensha.
Oh,
That's funny. You didn't seem terribly impressed at all. And if you're placing yourself forward, declaring yourself as the new emperor, I'm sorry, but we do have to be against each other because I can't let that happen.
Tell you what, we have to brave this lady's challenges. And we're all just giving her essence to use now. We may as well work together.
Sure.
Kill her, and then we can make our way to the top.
Great, you should start. It's funny, people have tried that for ages. Didn't seem to have succeeded. What makes you think you can do that?
I was only offering you what I thought was fair. Requiem puts her hand on the wall, like still looking at Jorek, looking directly into his eyes. So you're just climbing up? Ray, what are you doing?
Well, I'm feeling idiotic, so I'm going to climb onto the War Strider and whisper to all fates, "Do you think you could throw me up there?"
Yes, Captain Dath, fine. Jesus. Fuck.
Look me in the eye, damn
it. She rears back and baseball pitches you up into the air.
Holy shit!
You're trying to get to the platform?
I am.
Okay, so you go up, 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 and then you get to the platform, and then when you land on the platform, you go directly through it.
I immediately press to the side of the wall.
Ooh.
Okay, well, you now are hanging stuck to the wall.
Perfect.
It's like by one
And how much
shoulder.
essence are you giving up?
Hopefully
Don't be as
enough.
dumb as me.
I'm gonna give 10.
Only 10.
Yes.
Okay. When you let go, you fall through the platform.
Oh fuck.
Jorek?
Sorry, I'm gonna use Soaring Crane Leap. I'm not gonna die.
That's good.
Oh boy.
I move to the wall as well next.
All fate saved moves to catch you.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, friendship.
I'm also moving to donate some essence.
And how much are you giving up?
20 motes.
20?
20 motes.
Learned.
Okay.
While I'm doing this, I'm gonna I'm next to Requiem, and I'm, because I'm not scared of her. Like but I want to, if I can, sort of observe Felicity and get a sense of, maybe by reading intentions, on whether whether this essence does seem to be fueling her the way Kenshaw kind of suggested. If there's any overt...
It's her manse.
Right.
So she can call upon its essence as she chooses.
That makes
Balls.
sense, yeah.
Boy.
With 20 essence, the ladder becomes solid for you.
Okay.
Kenshaw starts climbing the ladder.
Shit.
The other figure starts climbing the ladder.
Oh, mystery figure. Still, I love it.
Val, you get to the top first.
Can I
And
see?
now, so imagine, like those cake servers where you'll have like a big disc and then a smaller disc and then a smaller disc. So 300 meters up from this is a smaller disc that you can see. On this,
More ladders?
sorry?
More ladders or anything? Or?
Yes, there are now 3 ladders heading up to this disc.
Oh, ball sack.
And standing right in the middle of the platform that you're on is a silhouetted figure. But the lights from the runes are so bright now that it's hard for you to make out exactly who it is.
I'm going to move towards the ladders. Say, greetings. Do you care to identify yourself?
We're going to put you on hold for a second. Ray, what are you doing?
Well, my question is, well, you said there was only one shot, so I can't give any more. So I am going
You could
to
try, I guess. No?
hop on Jorek's back as he climbs and hope for the best.
Oh my god.
But you pass through the platform as well.
Yeah, I know.
All
You said
right.
all fates caught me.
Yes. But
Yeah.
so when you climb, you'll have to stay on Jorek's back then.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna play like an epic game of friggin' chicken. What chicken?
This is gonna
Balloons?
be. I
Sorry.
got you the next one, Jorek. I'll pay you back, bro.
Thanks, babe. Oh my
All Fates Saved also presses her hand against the wall. Back Speaks of Silence manages to give enough essence to make her way up the ladder. Starlight Dove chooses to sit directly in front of Felicity. All right. So, Val, you want to repeat what you said earlier? All Fates is climbing in the War Strider.
Cool. All right, I'll hop over to the War Strider after.
Yeah, you can probably monkey leap between ladders.
You knock Jorek off the ladder as you like jump off using him as leverage. And he's like, "Ah!"
Greetings. Do you care to identify yourself?
She turns and the magistrate looks directly at you.
Episode 6.
It was man.
Do you have my army?
Was that a question? Sorry. Was it or do you?
Do you have my army?
Nexus had no army. And I'm still walking towards the ladder.
The ladders pass through your hand. However, you can't reach the wall now.
Okay.
It
What
was
army
such
do
a
you think?
wonderful deal. Why did I have to die?
I'm honestly uncertain.
The one who killed me is still below.
Yes, they're on their way up, I do believe. I'm afraid that's a question for them. We were unable to stop them in time.
Jorek, you make it up to the top?
Has anyone else made it up to the top yet?
So far, it's just you and Jorek.
Okay. I'm gonna move back towards the edge and see who else is coming up.
Everybody except for Felicity and Starlight Dove.
Yeah.
Such a cheater. I love it.
Jorek, when you look,
I need emotes.
Yeah.
the silhouette of the magistrate disappears and Pearl looks back at you. Why me? Why did I die to further your beliefs?
Do I hear
And
this?
why did they? And then as he spreads his arms, 9 other silhouettes appear behind him. A council for a shirt.
Thanks. My shame.
What explanation do you have? On the other side, you see Kenshaw, and he seems to be talking, but not to who you are seeing.
Okay.
And he's speaking a language you don't speak.
I know not of what army you speak of, as Nexus had no army. You died, I can only imagine, because you got in the way of fate, but I do not decide fate. We're all theoretically following a prophecy to be here.
How many more will die for you to make it to the top?
I hope none. But as many as necessary. I'm not eager to make sacrifices, but I've learned to accept them.
Your figure disappears. Ray, when you poke your head over the top, you see the drug dealer who was selling your father drugs. Or selling you drugs for your father.
Mm-hmm.
I was just revenge, wasn't I?
What you did was unforgivable.
What I did was provided for my family at the expense of one. Are you saying that it's impossible to make a choice to weigh the needs of many versus the needs of someone who may not deserve what they have?
I may never be able to ignore the people I love when they're suffering. Maybe that would make me a terrible leader. But I don't think it makes me a terrible person. And I'm not about to change who I am.
Jorek, do you have an answer?
Yeah, why does anyone have to die? Death is a part of our existence. And I believe that fate is what you make of it. That if you so choose, you will all be on the right side of fate and of history. Can I touch his hand? Can I try to grab him?
He disappears.
Damn.
The War Strider pops its little speaker out again. You died by your own choice in order that I could arrive here. And I would give my life for you. I do not regret being here. And if you needed to die again, 1,000 times, as long as every one of those times was because you thought I should, I would go. I trust you with everything I have. Requiem makes it to the top. So, Val, Ray, Jorek, currently you don't see anything. Like no apparitions.
After the apparition disappeared, I would have tried to reach for the ladder again.
The ladder is now solid in your hand.
I'm gonna climb.
Jorek?
I'm gonna turn to Requiem and watch her.
I'm gonna make sure that Ember made it to the top.
Ember is still climbing.
I'm gonna wait till he gets there.
Requiem looks. I just wish you didn't have to go. I just wish it didn't happen. But I did what I had to. And a surge of electricity comes up from the platform, rockets through Requiem so that her entire body lights up, and then she's flung as hard as possible directly into the wall, where she starts sliding down, tendrils of electricity just pulling at her, and she opens her mouth and tries to scream as she's sliding down, down, down.
I have to roll for limit because I'm not willing.
Yes,
to
you
help.
do.
Oh dear sweet mother of
2 successes, I limit break.
I also have an action, but it's not as dramatic.
Nope, that's okay. Go for it.
I get. Yeah, we'll let this play. Yeah, I'll let this one play. So.
Should have used a bunch of willpower.
Ah.
It's a big one across here. It's like a big one of these two-handers.
So she's sliding through the platform?
I think. Down
All
the
right,
wall.
Kate. I am messaging you
Yeah.
a page number in the book.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
Ooh, I can look in the big book. Rather than on my little phone.
Dig the beast. It's a little.
I'm glad your muscles are strong enough to hold that one-handed.
You're welcome.
There you go.
As Sola is flung, like I instinctively kind of run towards the edge, grabbing Final Beat off my back, and
If you disagree, by the way, tell me.
yeah,
Go ahead, Jorek.
take Final Beat and reach it out to her to see if she can grab a hold of it. I'm not going to leap off the platform because I'm not crazy, but I'm going to see if I can catch her, or if she can catch it, rather.
It's not enough distance. But then All Fates grabs you by your ankles and swings you out towards her. And she reaches out, and as she's reaching out with her hand, she grabs a hold of it. And you can feel the electricity starting to singe through the metal into your own hand. Hold on. Daddy, hold on. And then the electricity starts to go up, and you can feel it lock your hand into place.
This is how this is going to go down, eh?
She looks up at you and she just says, "Please." And you can tell that like her body is starting to wither under the effects of it. Take 1 aggravated damage.
Oh, that's the worst kind.
And the electricity surges through you into the War Strider, into Ray.
Oh, jeez.
I try to pull the bow into me so that she's closer.
Okay, as you start pulling, the wall stretches out, almost like it's liquid, like, and she starts pulling off with it. Don't let go. Please.
Sorry.
Are you still climbing, Val, or are you going back to help?
No, I'm still climbing.
Oh shit.
Has Ray touched the ground on this platform or any of these platforms?
No, she's sitting on top of the War Strider.
Okay.
Which is getting...
I'm keeping an eye on that.
Kenshaw starts climbing a different ladder. Ember
Who?
makes it to the Kenshaw. Ember makes it to the platform.
Through gritted teeth, I'm friggin' holding on to that bow, you know. Through gritted teeth, you know. Sola, I did not know you for very long, but I am your father, and I love you. And it's an archery charm, but I'm trying it anyway. I'm gonna numb my intimacy so that I can pass it through the bow to her. Like, it's not an arrow, but it's transferred through the bow. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Nice.
So that she feels that if she can.
Okay.
All fates, just pull them up.
It's a minor though.
Ray, take an aggravated damage.
Cool. Is it lessened at all because of Diamond Body? That
Oh,
I have
hell
active?
no.
All right.
Jorek, take another egg.
I think I bet that.
You see her eyes mist slightly, and Requiem says, I didn't... And she pushes the bow away.
Fuck.
And her body just starts writhing against the wall, sliding now out of your reach. And that's when all fate saved. That wasn't your daughter. Another life with her essence. And as she dies, a chance to be reborn. And she pulls you back up onto the platform.
I wanted her to be reborn the way you were reborn. With us.
Me too. You can still hear her screaming as she hits the ground.
No, listen.
But I don't know if you leave this place, if you'll be able to return. Is she more important? If she is, I will follow you down.
I thought she might be my legacy. What I leave to creation.
She chose to let go.
If my legacy is not up there, then I will return. Because I'll know that it was always her.
Her screaming stops.
We'll follow you when you return. If you return. Put my hand on his shoulder.
Speaks of Silence makes it to the top.
No.
Val, you're now on the third platform.
Fuck!
Is this the top or is there one more? that I
Oh,
can
there's
tell?
more.
Lots more?
You can't see. You can just see the bottom of the platform above
Okay.
you.
There is another one. Yeah?
Yes.
Anything
Now
up here?
there are only 2 ladders.
Yep. Anything else up here?
All you can hear is, if a ladder is used, it cannot be used again.
Great. I'm gonna wait for Tepet Kenshaw at the top of the ladder he's climbing, just out of his sight.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Basically preparing an action to shove him off the ladder.
Ray, Jorek.
I disguise myself as Tepet Kenshaw.
Why would you do that?
Oh, hey, Val.
I'm waiting. So Ember got to the platform. I'm waiting to make sure that he spoke to someone successfully.
I got you involved in this. You followed my lead as you always have. You died as I hoped to, in the service of something greater than all of us. I miss you every day, but I will not dishonor your memory by claiming your sacrifice was not required. And he reaches out and touches a ladder. And it's solid. Val?
I'm also keeping an eye out for anyone or any shadow of anyone reaching the top of the ladder. Let me know if anyone else appears near the top.
Yep. I mean, it's a
He is
long
my-
climb.
Yep.
Um,
So
speaks of silence.
speaks of silence. What?
Makes it to the top of the second platform.
With me? Or
Aren't you on the third platform?
yeah, I think I'm on the.
You're
third.
on the third. Ray
Okay.
and Jorek are still on the second.
Cool.
I've killed a lot of people. You're just one of them. In my world, it's kill or be killed. And if you stand in my way, if you cannot be convinced, and if you have decided that only one of us gets to continue forward, I'll make sure it's not you. That is how it is. Not as I choose, not as I wish, as it is. She touches the ladder. And she starts to climb up 2 rungs, and then she looks out over at Jorek and Ray.
Are you ready?
It's there. It's there. You go first.
The ladder is solid for you, Ray.
Oh, right.
Go on.
Start climbing it.
As long as I have a round worth of time.
Oh, you have
see-
more than a round worth of time. Oh,
before
boy.
anyone reaches the top.
Before anyone
But I
reaches where you are, yes.
Then I'm going to use Clear Mind Discipline, having seen Ray use the ladder, which costs 5 motes. And with my other 2 charms, it allows me to instantly regain 20 motes and willpower. Don't need the willpower, but basically I gain back 15 motes.
Okay.
But how?
I meditate.
Dude.
Eyes alight,
Okay.
makes it to the platform. But you're not dead yet. You're saying it's my fault? Oh. Oh. I understand. And a surge of electricity moves for her.
Fuck no.
Sorry,
Fuck not
Jorek.
again.
You're having
my
Jorek's
God.
other bad day again.
I
Returns.
And she, before it reaches her, leaps off the platform.
Towards the ladder?
No, towards the ground. She grabs a hold of the wall, and as she's sliding down, she looks up. I can't go with you, Jorek. But I'll do what I can from down here. I'll see if she's okay. And the electricity doesn't reach out for her. And you can see just over the edge, she slides down.
Shit.
I'm glad I didn't take that action. That's good.
Jorek jumps after her anyway and falls to
No,
his
I-
death.
Fuck!
Pancake number 2.
Val?
Yep.
You start hearing the sounds of Kensha as he's making it to the top of the ladder.
Great.
Sounds like grunting.
If he's actually within short range, I'm going to use my Iron Raptor technique to throw my spear at his hands, trying to get him to let go of the ladder.
Wow.
Okay.
Let me know if I should roll initiative or anything. Otherwise, I'm just going to spend the motes and go to my second tier of glowy.
I'm going to ask you to roll the attack, but I'm not going to make you roll initiative for now.
So this will be a withering attack.
No, this would have to be a decisive if you're actually trying to get something out of him.
Okay. I just don't have any initiative to do damage with.
Okay, let me then ask you a question then.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make
knock
him
him off.
let go? Or are you just trying to slow his ascent and get a superior position on him?
I'm trying to make him knock him off.
Okay, so then yes, you have to roll initiative.
Okay.
However, the others don't have to yet, as they're not in combat. Ray, and Jorek, the cloaked figure makes it to the top.
Mystery.
But I don't notice this. 1, 2, 3, 6 initiative.
Okay.
So I didn't think to use my thing. Oh well, too late. I rolled.
Yeah.
And I'll roll the. And that's still 6 possible points of damage, I guess. So I'll roll the decisive attack. With reflex instant. If I could also use.
All right, well, you're figuring that out.
Yep.
The cloaked figure looks forward. I did what I had to. Because I was told to. The voice still sounds unnatural,
Yeah.
but then she manages to touch a ladder. And she looks directly at Jorek, and then at Ray, and then at All Fates. And she starts climbing very quickly.
Quickly enough that I wouldn't be able to catch her if I tried.
What's your athletics?
It's a big honking one,
Jorek,
John.
you cannot.
Okay.
I'm trying to go quickly to catch up.
Okay. And what are you going to do when you catch up?
I want to see if I can hop over her and rip her hood off.
What a badass. Kick her in the head.
Well, that would be a simple application of monkey leap technique. Ripping her hood off would be an attack.
I don't know if I want it to be an attack on a ladder. That's
It's pretty epic. I'm just saying. These ladders ain't going anywhere. I mean, probably.
Well, what the hell? I'm gonna try it.
All right. Use your monkey leap technique. Val, you ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes against their defense. His defense.
Okay. His hand pierced by the spear, and he yelps, and he curls his knees around the ladder as he falls backwards, his head clanging against the rungs of the ladder. He hasn't fallen, but his hands are now free. He's hanging upside down, his knees curled around the ladder's rung.
Is anyone else approaching the top?
Well, somebody was, and speaks of silences.
Have I noticed anyone else reaching the other ladder, or did I notice anything at any time about this invisible sneaky person?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Am I completely oblivious to the invisible person having reached the ladder?
She's too far below, you can't see.
Oh, I thought they were at my level.
No. No, they were just climbing the second level. The only person who was close was Kensha, and you just crippled him.
Yeah.
So, did he fall? I missed that part.
No,
his knees are locked around. It would have been 6.
He's hanging upside down.
He's hanging upside down, and his hands aren't currently on the ladder. So imagine like if his legs are tucked like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to crunch
So yeah,
up.
that would have been 6 points of damage to his health levels, and I'd be reset to base initiative.
Yep.
Okay.
Shit.
So you've leapt over her, right?
Yep. So, in my attempting to unmask her, would this be a gambit, a withering attack?
I'm going to say that this is less of an attack, and we're just going to call this, just roll Dex Brawl for me.
Great.
Are you using your feet? Like, how are you trying to get her hood off? I'm curious.
What I'm doing is, so I'm leaping over, I'm landing backwards, so I've got, like, my feet are on the rung, and my arms are like this, and I'm just reaching down and...
Mhm.
So,
Right.
Nice.
I wish I could do that.
don't we all? Wow. Possibly the best roll of my life, and it was for this. So that's 9 successes.
Rip her hair off.
Yikes.
I'm going to send you an image. Which they can see on stream.
Is it through Facebook?
Yes, through Facebook.
This game is in no way sponsored by Facebook.
Fine. We'll take $100,000 if you want us to be a sponsor.
Yeah.
Small price.
When you got
Jorek?
yeah. Like I'm watching Ray going up. I'm gonna send all fates first and sort of look down over the edge to see if I can see how Eyes of Light landed. I don't know if I can
can't see
that
her.
far. It's not that. Yeah, it's pretty friggin' far.
Yep.
I'm going up. I'm climbing up behind all fates.
Valeria Speaks of Silence is going to make it to the top of one of the ladders.
Okay.
Kensha is struggling to get
Okay.
back up, but he's hurt.
Speaks of Silence. We need to travel as a team. We can't each climb individually.
I understand. Hop on. And her body twists and cracks and grows larger. And you can see fur red bristle from her skin. Her mouth and nose start to elongate into a muzzle and ears erupt from the top of her head. Not quite a woman, not quite a fox, but something much larger, more bestial than either of them.
I'm going to use a charm.
I really have to go to the
some
washroom, so I'm
people.
just gonna step off.
Ray's just like, and just like staring. I'm just gonna pass
so
her
I'm
being
gonna
like, "The hell?"
activate Majestic Radiant Presence, which requires people to spend a point of willpower to speak or act against me. All threatened actions against me suffer a penalty equal to my essence, which is 5. So I've spent that. I'm now at Bonfire, and I'm going to activate Majestic Radiant, Terrifying Apparition of Glory, which is reflexive. It will last for a scene. Basically, I threaten people. Anyone who fails roll against me will flee. And I'm going to say, leave unless you are on my side. The rest of you climb together. And then next round I would hop on to Speaks of Silence and let her climb the ladder for me.
Kenshaw's hands fling up in front of his eyes so that he can't be seen. Or so that he can't see you. But he's still hanging there. The glyphs now in the wall start to move closer and closer as if they're coming out of the wall towards you.
Cool.
Jorek?
I'm climbing up a ladder behind All Fates. Hopefully there's no traffic jam with either, Ray or Kensha. I can't really see beyond the mech, I assume, so I'm just gonna go up. Okay.
I've gotten super scary, glowy, anima, bonfirey, and told people to run away, and told you guys to climb together.
Oh,
And
interesting.
I'm gonna hop on Speaks of Silence and use her to climb.
I bet you are, you saucy minx.
Ride her to the top.
We might only have one ladder for us when we get there.
That's what the War Strider's for.
War Strider.
Yes.
She just looks up at you.
Ray's at a loss for words.
Come down. We don't need to go to the top.
And that snaps her out of it, shakes her head, and starts climbing backwards up the ladder, not taking her eyes off this woman.
Ray? Don't. There isn't happiness at the top.
What makes you think that I'm going to listen to anything that you have to say?
Because if you don't listen, then I'll do what I have to keep you safe. Like I always have.
Same way you kept Tide safe. Really great parenting there.
Hate me all you want. It's your right. Just don't go to the top.
I don't
Please.
hate you. I'm so confused by you. And few weeks ago, I thought I met a version of you that I could finally hate. And I was happy when she died.
If I died
Because
now,
it
would
meant-
you promise not to go to the top?
You don't get it. I didn't want you dead. I didn't want you with me. I just wanted to know.
A long time ago, someone came to me right after you were born and told me who you would become.
And
And I knew that if I was with you for even one more day, they would have killed you.
I wasn't the only one you left behind. You know, and out of the two of us, I could take care of myself pretty
As
damn
an
well.
infant, would you have been able to protect Alvor before you could even walk?
I had to learn pretty fast, didn't I?
I kept visiting you, right up until I thought it was safe. I tried to make it seem like we were still a family right up until that moment
You weren't. No.
that somebody discovered you.
All this time, I would see you out of the corner of my eye. We'd all be sitting down to dinner. Or you'd be doing the dishes and singing. And you always looked so sad. And I thought that was my fault.
Because it was my job to conquer a city, not to raise a daughter.
Sorry for inconveniencing you.
Don't go to the top.
It's too late. Turn my back on her now, and I keep climbing.
Jorek, what are you doing?
Climbing up behind the War Strider, keep casting my eyes back and down to see if Eyes of Light's coming back. I know she's not. Still doing it.
Then I'll stop you, Ray. And she lets go of the ladder and then puts her hands on either side and just starts sliding down. And then as soon as she lands on the platform, she turns around and she places her hand on Ember's shoulder.
Well, that I stop. And I turn back. Just go. Maybe you leaving all these years ago was the greatest thing you could have done for me, and I'm starting to think that's the case now too. Just go.
Do you know what the difference is between you and me, Ray?
You're able to walk away.
That I would do anything to protect you.
Gonna start sliding down the ladder.
Oh,
And
shit.
she shoves Ember off the edge.
Okay. All right.
Roll up my They're already rolled up. Fuck yeah.
What sleeves? She's a badass.
Huge, like, top rope wrestling slam. Is that okay?
Okay.
Sounds like
From
something Ray
the
would
top rope.
do. Lo will correct us.
There's not concern.
I hate all of Ray's moms. I love it.
They all just suck, don't they?
I mean, not necessarily. I guess we don't know.
So, Valeria, what are you doing?
Speak
Just getting carried?
and urging her to climb the ladder.
Boy.
Okay. Jorek, what are you doing?
Looking for Val once I crest the next. Well, I'm readying myself for the like pain of whatever.
You hear when you reach that platform. Each ladder may only be used once. There are 2 ladders from this. She's on one of them climbing with, well, Speaks of Silence is climbing and she's just clinging to her back. Speaks of Silence looks like a werefox. It's very odd.
I take a hashtag half a second.
Damn it, where's the wine?
I don't know, but I take one anyway. I'll get it.
Yeah.
I don't want to test my theory by touching the ladder, but you know. Actually, yeah, I quickly fire an arrow at the ladder that these guys are using just to see if it passes through or if it clangs off.
Clang. The arrow bounces off the ladder.
No, but I turn to all fates and I just say, we need to wait. If we can only use this once, we need to all be on you when we go up to the next level. We need to wait for Ray.
Ray.
So as I'm sliding down the ladder and this happens, I flip myself around into the position I was in before, and seeing Ember getting pushed, I yell. I let out a huge yell, much like the yell when he was stabbed by Exquisite Tide that one time. And yeah, call back. I bet you love those. And then I press off with both of my feet as hard as I can out from the wall. I want to clear the platform and plummet down after him.
After Ember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Accelerate at the same speed.
Roll me your dexterity athletics. You get 2 extra successes. And 2 dice.
Oh,
2
thank you.
successes and 2 dice. Well done.
Val,
That's done, yeah.
you make it up to the next platform. This is platform 4.
You're right. Good call.
1 being the floor, 2 being the apparition, 3 being the one you were just on. Here there's only 1 ladder.
Do we hear or see anything?
And then the sigils all around you just morph. And all they say in High Realm is blood.
I cut my hand and put my hand against one of the glyphs.
And then you see very slowly the letters fill, as if you're pouring the blood into the letters themselves. But the amount of blood that you've done only moves it up by a millimeter. And
cut
each glyph is
myself
about a meter large.
With medical precision in such a way that I will not, pass out, just enough to bleed quickly.
If you estimate the amount of blood that's required,
Yeah.
it is the it's all of the blood contained in one person. Of Speaks of Silence's current size.
So bigger than me?
I think specifically. Oh god.
Bigger than him.
You're going to have to give blood too. And I'm going to turn my spear towards her.
How much?
All of it.
Jorek, hurry.
Wouldn't it be great if I had to go to work right now?
We come back, we're just all dead.
Are we still there?
Should we take a really quick 2-minute
Wine.
pee break? Does
I will
anyone
let
need
you
one?
guys take a break.
Does everyone...
Yeah, and John, you wanted to... I can stay. So, John, you wanted to run away and throw some food on? I can vamp.
I can stay as well. I don't actually need to pee, but I do need a wine refill.
I will get that.
Thank you,
Feed the cats.
Oh.
They seem to have quieted down suspiciously because of the drama.
Yes, or they, discovered...
The drama.
Maybe. Or they have figured out how to open the oven now and have gotten to the garlic
I
potatoes.
was gonna say, or into the fridge. They've
It's
figured
like
out-
little kids. The second that it's quiet, you know they're up to something.
That's a good point.
Oh my god.
Limit break.
I want to know how the Scarlet Empress.
Do you actually want to know?
Did Scarlet Empress bring someone in with her and just straight up sacrifice them? Because that's fucked up.
Could be.
I think Empress brought it up. I think it's a great question.
I think I know which one it is. Knew it. Anastasia.
Catherine. Elodie. Anastasia. Hagela.
Just distribute that.
Yep. All right, I'm going into the fridge for
We're
the other
gonna
bottle.
need a bigger
and
vessel.
you only have the whiskey.
Yeah, we're gonna need all the whiskey
All
for
of
fancy
the
corners.
liquors.
Everyone get excited.
You know what? I'm gonna bring that up so we have it for the end of it. For John's.
Gotta say, so far my death pool that I have with myself is going very well. Well, in the sense that I'd be super rich right now.
Yeah.
Not in the sense that
I'm
we're
like-
all going to die.
If Ray has jumped off, I don't know if Ember can climb the ladder again. I don't know if Ember's gone for good from the contest, and if you jump down, you can't climb the first ladder.
Yep. Fuck it.
This is why
I know my character.
Even
This
so,
is what
Val
she
might have
would do.
kept climbing, even without a limit break going on.
Excuse me, Aragorn?
So the Scarlet Empress went in with 4 companions and was the only one who came out. I know, really. Yeah, maybe.
She
it's
sure
not.
could have.
But I guess that makes sense.
Okay, Aragorn, I'm sorry for
Oh.
trying to save some of my motes, considering I do the most damage when I just bleed motes.
Let's see. Oh boy.
Kick her mom in the face and climb like the wind. Well, you know.
I'll have to make sure John's actually read my messages, because none of them have the little red icon.
Thanks, everyone, by the way, lore-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I always, for some reason... You know what? I'm thinking of the... In second, in the book, I remember a phrase that was just like, only one was brave enough to attempt, and, blah, blah, blah. Oh,
See behind the magic.
behind the scenes. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I remember from second, but I'm probably mistaken. Oh, glasses for fancy. Be right back. That's Ed. Who's loving it so far?
I really
I'm a little
didn't.
surprised
I
you're
won't.
just suplexer or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going for Ember.
Yeah, that's
Hashtag
this.
legit.
This is the thing.
Right.
She'll totally kick her mom's ass later.
God, Mom.
Ray may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but she does have her priorities in order.
Yeah.
More so every day.
Hey, look, naps are important.
Thanks, everyone.
You can rewatch the podcast and other people catch Devaria Grace up. Catch up, okay. We're in the Imperial Manse. I'm on the 4th tier. Jorek is making his way to the third tier.
Yep.
Liz just jumped
Oops.
off and is climbing after Ember, who is knocked off by an apparition of her mother.
That's a
The
200-meter
Empress
fall.
is sitting at the base along with Eyes of Light.
Good thing you have.
All Fates is in a War Strider
Boy,
climbing
my
up near Jorek.
I know you want the
we'll
circle
make
to
it to the
circle.
But this is the question,
Thank
Aragorn,
Magic
right?
Master.
What are we willing to give up in order to make that happen?
Turns out some of us
And-
are willing to give up
Well,
a lot more than
No,
others.
but this is the. I think this is a great
The
question.
Oh, it's
Like,
fabulous.
good.
why the greater good? And like, do we even want it that bad?
Hi.
Oh, hi, John. We're back. Hi.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah, John, just have you responded? No, you have
No,
not.
I'll respond to you
I sent
now.
you a couple little Facebook messages. One of them's old. The most recent one is recent.
Oh, my phone just crashed. Hold on. Or it didn't crash, but it's being... There we go.
Okay, I have something for after.
Okay.
No. Is it a puppy? No.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Okay. Now. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Who are we starting with?
Whoever you want, John.
Hmm?
I mean, I'm just waiting, so probably not me.
Let's start with Ray.
So 10 successes.
You manage to catch Ember in your arms. And when you slam against the wall, you feel that same shock that you were starting to feel beforehand. But because you are in control, you're able to kick off away from it. So each of you will only take 1 aggravated damage.
Okay. To get us safely to the ground, I want to use Soaring Crane Leap,
Okay?
and then I want to die. Not
All right,
Ray.
Rip.
Okay.
Please don't.
Quick.
Scott, if you could just, her jugular is right there.
No.
Good thing Scott and I don't have Val's medical precision. We'll just miss and slightly hurt her.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That would be like
Better than
no
killing
problem.
her.
Val, we were joking. What? Oh.
Oops.
You crash down on the ground in as much of a 3-point stance as you can handle. So it's actually just a 2-point stance because you're holding Ember.
Take it with the knees, right? You can do it.
You've got young knees.
She does.
You're gonna need some.
And as you're below, you see Eyes Alight is currently poking and prodding and trying to massage life back into Requiem. Felicity just looks up at you blankly.
I put Ember down and just grab him by the shoulders, looking at him. Are you okay?
Yes. Though I'm not sure if the wall would have been quite so kind.
I hug him.
What have you done?
I did what was right. I fought for creation because you are creation.
Felicity's eyes narrow. Jorek, your head manages to crest the top of the platform just as Speaks of Silence grabs the spear and runs it into her neck. and blood just bursts from it.
Val turns the body so that the blood is aiming towards the glyphs.
Oh!
And it's an enormous fountain of blood, Jorek.
I'm gonna start moving towards Speaks of Silence, and I want to read intentions on Val, just to see if she's had any.
You just see that thing from the Wizard of Oz with the woman riding past on the bicycle.
Dun, dun,
Well, that explains a lot.
Just to.
I assume you were riding on top of the War Strider, by the way, Jorek.
Oh, I accidentally touched the thing and went, fuck. No, it was, yeah. I want to see if her intimacies towards Speaks of Silence have changed since she's just like handling her so
Limit break.
awfully. Yeah, no, I'm
Talking in the chat.
coming up.
Ray is gonna lose her tiny little shit.
Hey, what's your guile?
I don't know if it changes from limit break, but it's 3.
No, it does not change from limit break.
I got 6.
And what are you asking?
Well, I'm asking if the degree of her intimacies towards Speaks of Silence have changed at all.
Seemingly not. Seemingly something is more important.
Right.
You know that Val has a defining tie of love towards Speaks of Silence.
Oh God, damn it!
Rip City.
And then Speaks of Silence just raises a hand to Jorek, and you see her body shrinks back into her natural form. And she manages to gasp out, "It's okay. I'm a survivor." And then she sags. And her head drops.
And Val dives at her and uses all kinds of charms to heal her up. The one that's like instant treatment methodology, but is like a better. Touch of blissful release. Anodyne of celestial healing. She can act, assuming this works. 7 notes, 1 willpower.
Speaks of Silence seems to be trying to beat your hands away from her. As if she's trying to interfere with your healing her.
I ignore the fuck out of that.
Wow.
And then she passes out.
Oh my God!
Now, your spear is still in her neck.
So, right? Technically,
Ooh!
unless.
I'll take those notes back.
I'm gonna drop to my knees next to Speaks of Silence and just like.
Jorek, don't take the spear out. She'll be fine if it stays in. And I head towards the ladder. Don't, whatever you do, take it out. It will kill her.
Oh, that's true.
Jorek, what do you do?
Can I roll for more limit? Or roll for more limit. I'm at 3.
Can you
Oh
roll
man,
for
if I get a
limit while
triple
in
out of you,
limit
that's
break?
going to be
I
amazing.
just ended my limit break.
Oh, you just did. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's good timing. Eh?
Jorek, what do you do?
I don't take the spear out, I guess.
Yes, I will have activated the spear.
No, she didn't.
Lucky hero.
Whatever.
No, just leave it in her. She'll be fine. Like, you know. I don't know. I
By hurting someone I love?
touch
I have a
Speaks of
defining tie
Silence's
for?
hair, I guess, and just look to all fates and shake my head.
The platform underneath Speaks of Silence breaks off, and she falls.
Fuck.
Don't worry, I'm still down here. I'll catch everyone. We'll have a party.
I try to grab
She's
at
no
her.
longer in limit break, Magic Master P.
Yeah, I just ended my limit break.
Oh.
Would you do that to me?
I just shout up to Val, what did you do?
You can try to climb after her.
Yeah.
Oh, Jorek.
I mean, I will, but I'm going to, I guess. I look to all fates and just, like, motion up the... And all fates, please. It can't just be the two of us.
All Fates just watches. Ray
Yes.
Speaks of Silence lands in a bloody heap next to you, having fallen approximately 500 meters.
Could I hear that she was on her way and try to catch her? My hearing's still active.
But now here's the thing.
Oh, dear.
I need you to roll me a die of luck to
Ah.
see if the fall knocks the spear out of Speaks of Silence.
Oh, my God.
Ella, do you want to roll this one?
All right, Ella.
No, she's done. She's
No,
like,
I
she's
do
like, I'm
not
getting the
trust
fuck out of
Ella.
here.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to message Aragorn with the
Oh my
range.
I have a question for you, John. If I don't try to catch her, is the die still being rolled?
No. Or sorry, yes, the
Okay.
no matter
So
what.
regardless.
Yeah.
The thing is she's falling so quickly at that point. Just don't roll it yet.
I know.
Range 0 to 9.
Oh, my little
He
friend.
dies.
Come on.
Go ahead.
You guys all see it?
Yeah.
It's a 9.
Okay. Aragorn will let you know whether or not the spear falls out as we go back to Jorek and Valeria.
I should have healed her. Yeah, so I started climbing the ladder.
Jorek's soul just
Though I guess I
crumbles
will
to ash.
stop if I saw the earth crack out from underneath her.
Says
Me. But
Everyone's like,
what does
"Fuck
the
John."
die of
What
luck
is John?
say?
John.
What does
The
die of
spear
luck say?
remains
Oh.
inside the neck.
Seeing that, I will climb.
Did I
even
succeed in
faster.
catching her? And like lessening
Sure.
the bloodiness of her heap? Great.
It doesn't really matter. She's dead.
She's
But
alive.
with the spear inside
Her
her.
beautiful face is preserved slightly by my
Slightly.
healing tender grasp. I don't know.
I mean, or you can take the damage from a 500 meter launch of a 130-pound person.
I don't think so. I think so.
But you have diamond body prana, so you're okay. That's considered
yeah.
environmental damage.
What's that? Double your strength? 10 strength?
It's super ripped.
When you get to the top, you can see what looks to be a massive computer. Screens and lights and diodes and buttons. It is massive. Think of the old style computers that used to take up entire buildings.
Yeah.
And that is hanging, floating above you. And the controls now are surrounding you in a wall.
Are there any are there any signs or any displays that have any words?
Nothing is labeled. The screens are all dim. The glyphs behind the machine still say blood, only the glyphs have gone white again.
Cut my hand again and hold it up to a glyph.
it makes even less of a difference than it did before.
I've only got so much to give. Take Amber.
Take my trousers.
What will that do? How many pints of blood do I think it'll take? Or I think 8 pints of blood.
Approximately 2 full
humans.
humans.
So 16 pints. Is there any sign of Tepet Crest, not Tepet, Kenshaw, or Invisible Person, or anyone else that was climbing that's still on their way up?
They can't. The ladders were used.
Oh, no.
Ray,
Yeah.
Ray,
Yeah.
you hear crackles. And then you see Kenshaw slammed against the wall incredibly high up. And he starts sliding down. The same thing that happened to Requiem.
And I can see that he's still crackling with electricity, so I am not going to catch him. Because
Seems like the same
that would
option.
give me more aggro.
And then he slams down into the ground. His body is obliterated.
I channel my essence into my voice to try to project it all the way down. Lookover speaks of silence. Felicity. Is this really how you powered the machine?
And all you hear from every glyph is her voice. Do you honestly think, if I managed to succeed with no hints, that I would help you?
No. I was just trying to get a measure of who you are, or at least who you were. But I suppose you killed all of my kind, so that would be more than enough blood for this little machine.
And the lights light up.
Guys, it runs on
Turn
sass.
back.
Oh,
I turned
thank
back the
God it's
machine.
Val.
Turn back the machine.
You can see that each screen seems to show another, a small pyramid out in the world somewhere. Some of them are covered in desert sand, some of them in snow, some of them in lush forest, some of them seem to be even underground. And they all have beams that would be invisible if not for the filters over the screens that connect them to each other.
Are they currently all connected?
Yes. They seem to be holding the wild at bay.
I look around at the various controls available to me and see what I can do about adjusting one to change its positioning.
So, Jorek, you are present. So is All Fates.
Oh, hey.
Oh God. No.
I'm just gonna slam buttons randomly.
You better
I'm not an
fucking
idiot.
survive, or I will kill you.
The first to forsake.
Oh, Aragwin. I'm a hacker.
Because I just... Oh, Aragwin, did you hear me? You didn't say the magic word.
Oh my God! Where's my can
We
of
went to the
Barbasol?
same
Yeah.
place.
The first to forsake creation selects a new rule, and then I reach out and try to based on. If you want me to roll like an
Sure,
intelligence or
just-
perception or some sort of roll, I will. But what I'm
Wait.
trying to do is just.
Wait.
Or
Are you sure?
The first to do it.
But
Do I
what would you be
believe in-
doing?
Hopefully,
You would
I'd be able to speak to Illuma
you
and
would
tell her that we would. Hmm?
you would risk letting the wild spill out into creation for this.
I have been told that it's possible to strike a deal with those of the wild to agree to keep us out and them there. If we want to be accepted back to this world, do we have the right to deny them?
Perhaps I could understand risking the life of the one you love. But you risk everything, not even knowing.
All we've had to go on for months now is this prophecy. It's gotten us here. It's gotten us to the top of the manse, the controls of this manse. That's all we have to go on.
She looks at Jorek.
Are we to trust in this prophecy? To hope that Illuma spoke truth? That she would accept a deal? That she spoke for all of the wilds? Do we hope that, like the Scarlet Empress, we can turn the system back on?
They are each their own. They each have different wants and desires and different weaknesses, but they can't all be bargained with. And Val, I agree with you. Even though creation is order and the wild is chaos, Entropy and Weaver wrote the prophecy together, so they say. Perhaps we are meant to let them back in, strike deals, and bring all of creation together again. Set new limits, set new terms.
And if we control the manse, in theory, we can always lock them out again if we need to.
If you know how to control it.
I doubt the Scarlet Empress will be of much help to us.
And then below Ray,
Yes.
the Scarlet Empress stands up.
No.
Is this weakness? That no decision can be made? I was not so weak.
What did you do to get through?
I
did you
entered
pull
with an entire army, and on all of their backs I crawled to the top.
And was it worth it?
I maintained peace in creation for hundreds of years. Thousands.
So it was worth it?
You're asking if I'd do it again?
I'm asking if it was worth it.
For peace? Peace with the Fae? I would sacrifice the lives of 4 more Solar Exalted. If I needed to. they push that button, all bets are off.
Guess it's a little awkward that you stayed sitting on the ground this whole time then, huh?
I suppose so. And she puts her hand on the wall, and one of the glyphs rumbles and then starts rocketing upwards. She's holding it and just starts...
fuck.
I want to run and grab her by the ankles.
Okay.
Like monkey leap up and grab her if I need to.
All right. So you're now holding on to her ankles.
Woo!
Hey,
I knew this place had an elevator.
And Starlight Dove grabs onto yours.
Yay!
Bing bong, bing bong. The photos.
Valeria? Jorek?
I'm gonna reach back towards the controls and again try to set one of the pyramids out of alignment. Let me know if I need to make some sort of roll to figure it out.
Yeah, you know what? Let's see.
Your lowest attribute and your lowest...
I'm going to ask you to roll your intelligence lore at a difficulty of 8.
Delicious.
So this comes back to the charm that we never bothered dealing with, which was the one that lets me add essence to anything I've added a specialty to. I add a specialty at the end of each story. Do I have any relevant specialty to this? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Would I have added it? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would totally be okay if it was a no, but if you say yes, we'll take it.
And so, yep, take those dice.
8
8 successes.
I don't think I have any lore charms, though, so I can't use...
I mean,
Like, I have
But
a specialty
okay.
within lore, but I don't have any lore charms, so...
Well then, wait. Remember that you can spend willpower. Okay, there you go.
That's one automatic success.
I like to imagine Val goes, wait, and then like
1, 2,
Where's the
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
oh,
10, 11.
You got how many dice did you roll?
15, because I have 5 intelligence, 5 lore, and I can add my essence.
5 lore. What the hell? Love it.
Yeah, I bumped it up a couple sessions ago after we got all the books.
Aragwen, she didn't stunt. So I couldn't give her stunt dice.
Not that
No,
she needed it.
I didn't
Fuck it.
feel like there was
15
something
dice.
very stunty about... I mean, I guess it could have, but she's not a techno wizard.
Rita's just cleaning her butt back there.
Okay, she's not on
Well,
stream.
whatever.
It's fine.
One of the pyramids turns a millimeter to the right. The Scarlet Empress continues to scream up the wall. Ray and Starlight Dove holding on. Jorek. And I believe we'll end the penultimate episode here.
Oh,
Second to last K. I was like, that means one last, right? Right?
Yep. Did you just quickly
Like,
Google
yeah.
penultimate?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's like,
oh shit.
Oh well. Thank you.
Possibly disrupting everything holding the wild back from crashing into creation. Possibly having an entire army of dragon-blooded waiting outside. Possibly a goat in Nexus looks up and takes notice. We only have one episode left to find out. But that still means we have tonight's Fancy Corner, where we'll ask our players what they've learned, and you'll get your chance for almost the last time to determine the play of the game. All that and more in just a moment.
So my limit break was deliberate cruelty. Val totally would have, she was telling Speaks of Silence to wait, so that Speaks of Silence could, deal with everyone else, and then Speaks of Silence volunteered to let her climb on her back. She was like, yes. Worked out really well. So, super glad that my spear can do the thing.
Phew.
Glad it stayed in.
Yeah, I'm with magic.
While I won't reveal what the number was, there was a chance for the spear to fall out.
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine. Oh, boy. Holy shit. Oh, yes.
Well, we're all technically
I'm gonna
still
go make a
alive.
sandwich. My play of the game probably goes to the spear throat bit. Bye! So, BLT? Or?
Field. Yeah.
But actually.
I was gonna start naming characters from the game, but I got stuck at B.
So,
Thanks, John, for running a super stressful session.
Yeah.
But good. Super awesome. Just.
Actually, group revenge.
Crying out the circle.
Oh, I don't know. Group revenge might have to.
Oh my god.
I might play the game.
I knew this was at an elevator.
The best thing is, she's never been in an elevator before in her life.
Doesn't know what it is.
No idea what it is.
Dev, can someone remind me to ask Dev why I'm the son of a bitch? For not stopping Val.
I think because you're just hanging out going, which
Why,
to be
am I
fair
gonna
is exactly
talk
what
at
I'm
it?
doing.
I feel like my
Oh,
actions
that
in
was
this scenario. Oh yeah.
Technically falling.
I feel like my options in that scenario were stop Val, hit the button first and be like me first, or just look on. Throw myself off again.
We actually spoke to each other, which I liked. I liked that we got a moment to sort of confer on whether or not to do it, and I feel like you sort of were like, yeah,
do it. Pretty much.
Sort of, yeah.
Do it.
It's nice. It's
Do
nice
it.
because Val would have probably done it anyway. Let's be honest here.
If I had said no and you had tried to, that would have been a more interesting conversation.
But
All right, folks. It feels strange that there aren't that many more of these. Play of the game options. Ray chooses people over power. Valeria demands silence's life to succeed. And Jorek risks his circle to save his daughter.
Oh my god.
Exclamation mark vote number.
Rip my
0-1
brain heart out.
I'll buy it.
You just need vote and the number, Magic Master P. You don't need the parentheses. I don't know if that'll work. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, and guys, if you ever do accidentally type the wrong number, you can vote again before it's over.
Oh, does it change your vote?
Yeah, whatever you last entered.
So
From now on, Crosshair just randomly spams various number because #chaos bunny.
Scott,
Yes.
what did you learn?
I've been struggling ever since Sola entered the game to figure out whether Jorek's defining principle, right? My legacy is what will truly define me. Whether it refers to this this friggin' Manse or Sola. And then when Eyes of Light entered the picture as well, that also kind of became a big question mark.
And when Jorek entered Eyes of Light.
All right.
Okay.
Yay!
What I learned today is that Jorek has decided that there is fate at play, and that if it's meant to be his destiny, it's going to happen, and that he will follow it.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I can't just give her 3 friggin' motes.
I made 4 motes just off my sass today.
Kate?
Very grateful.
I love it. Like, yep. Guess this man works on SAS. I was like,
Yeah.
Kate?
I'm glad that at the moment it's because I have a dead, because that would have been really hard to deal with. I learned just how far Val is willing to go, even outside of the limit break. Where her limits are, what she would be willing to sacrifice, and who she would be willing to sacrifice.
Liz?
Ray learned that when it came to making the big decisions that everyone said she would find so difficult, it was the easiest decision in the world.
Aw.
Yeah.
Love of my life or mystery platform of death. You know what?
You know what?
And that's the poll. There's a tie.
Wow. very
Valeria
nice.
demands Silence's life to succeed, and Jorek risks his circle to save his daughter.
That is
I'm
so good.
Shocked,
Bravo.
if I may. How? You know what?
Hello, Daco.
I wonder how many votes you got. Like, I feel like it was super close.
You probably
Oh,
got
I think,
four.
yeah, each
The-
one.
so Ray chooses people over power got 3 votes.
Mm,
The others got 5.
Wow.
close one. Everyone had their moment of, I was going to say badassery, but I would
Ah, the options
instead
except the one where you save a life.
shocking moments.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's Ngodo.
I was just thinking that, Dev.
Oh, no.
So I've planted a flag.
You've claimed the end of the session.
I have
Game.
planted a flag. Next week will be the final session of Exalted.
Wow.
I hope you guys are up on your combat charms.
What? What was that, John? Something about
Combat charms?
combat in the last session?
I bought one.
But that'll be it.
Yep.
The timeline reads as follows. On July... Thank you, Magic Master P. Subscribed.
Yes.
My low motes are still under approval.
Yep.
Hopefully
It takes a little while. It took 2 weeks for mine.
Yeah. I feel like it's been more than that.
It will
for John,
happen.
But
Oh yeah.
yeah, it depends how many people I have on it and how many people have submitted.
Delish, by the way.
Sunday, July 30th will be the final session, barring any craziness. August 6th will not be a stream, as I understand it. You guys aren't available.
Correct.
So it will just be me, possibly streaming someone. And August 13th, please feel free to join us as I join the players in Montreal. And we're going to revisit all of Exalted.
Wow.
Your favorite moments, our favorite moments, and a bit of frozen yogurt to ease it down. On August 20th, we will run the first session of Changeling streaming.
Oh my god. Oh boy. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm terrified. I'm excited.
Me too.
Less than a month.
Holy balls.
It's actually very exciting.
A one-off game session with fans? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'll fight Faye anytime, anywhere.
Fight.
Deal with
Kung
it,
Fu,
Kung Fu
would you say
Fenris.
that you hate Faye?
Because you know what next game we're doing? Basically, we're an alternate reality version
Kung Fu's
of the
like, I'll
Fae.
come back when you start your third game.
Oh,
Just
no.
disappears
So-
for you.
Part of the reason why I'm announcing this now that we know that August 20th will most likely be the day that we will start Changeling, that means that we need something from you. This is a chance for everybody to get in on the ground floor of our new game. And sure, it's possible, and they'll all be uploaded to YouTube, and you'll be able to see them. But won't it be special if you're there? There for the first session. Participating live. Finding out about a new game universe with these three. They won't even be sitting in the same configuration that you see them now.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Seat shuffle.
I'm gonna be lounging on like a bunk bed. In the
Yeah, you'll be on
background.
one of the ends.
August 20th
Oh,
is the
yeah,
last day of
okay.
Gen Con.
Chest.
It is unfortunate, but
Yeah.
I wanted to run the first session when I was present with the players. Because I will be there on the 20th and on the 13th, but then I have to return to Austin for an indeterminate period of time. You need to know what order. Don't worry.
It's the weird
You'll
one.
know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like people that has-
Exciting new seats. Now, it's up to you guys to make sure that if anybody's interested, this is the time to get on board. This is when you should be telling them that this is going to be an all new time, all new thing. But in the meantime, we still have a little bit of Exalt Twitch left. If anybody has any questions for the group, now's the time to ask. The Crosshair Changeling question, what date will it start? August 20th. There you go. You now know.
Boom.
John, I'm just sending you a quick question. Once I type it.
A mystery question.
Is it about a certain site?
Yeah.
Just wondering.
Today, even though it may not be considered completely finished, we're now announcing that it's time for you guys to participate in websites just like we have. You can now visit rpgclinic.com and sign up for the wiki there, where all information about Exaltwitch and Changeling the Streaming will reside from now on.
John, I'm getting a DNS error when I go to rpgclinic.com.
It might be www.rpgclinic.com.
Oh, that's probably
dot-
what
dot
the
wiki
problem
dot?
is. No. We have bought the DNS.
Yeah, I'll have to fix that so that it doesn't do that anymore, but
Yeah,
Perfect.
you're right. You do have to do the www.
www. So we have all, especially Kate, has been putting a lot of work into the content of the site, filling out little tidbits about character backstories and things about their appearance. And we have some very rough character sheets up as well, which if you watch the character creation streams, you'll be a little familiar with it. They're all subject to change, but we wanted you guys to get a little glimpse of it all.
The alias record is something just because of the way that the hosting got set up. It's a little weird. I understand it. We just have to fix it. But I've now opened it so that anyone can view and anyone can become a member. I literally just did that 5 seconds ago.
Yay!
Nice.
I'll also say Exaltwitch is present on that website.
And it's very close to complete. It
I'm
actually
very
even
getting
has an entry for today's episode, but I believe it says coming soon or something
Nice.
very vague. The main category pages are not editable by you guys, and our character pages are not editable, just in case a random person comes along that is just there to do dumb stuff. I trust you guys, don't trust random people on the internet. But you guys can add NPCs, you can edit episode synopses.
We
and
may
you can
end up-
always send us a message if there's something we're really missing on our own character pages.
We may end up opening up the character pages at a certain point.
We'll see.
But we'll just see for the rest of them. But it's going to be up to you guys to help us out now to make sure that the wiki will be the place where you'll be able to store any information that you might like, your fan theories, your anything there. All of that is on its way.
Mistrich, I think it's pretty safe to say also that
That
the
side is
next stream
accurate.
part will be editable. As
Aragorn has
well.
already
But
taken.
that site's accurate. I haven't updated Exalted. I've been focused
yeah.
on a new one.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, Aragorn isn't an option. It's possible that Wikidot itself has an Aragorn on it.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Have you ever edited a different Wikidot?
Yeah, if you've edited a different Wikidot, then it'll be the same login for you.
Aragorn 07. That'll be you.
Aragorn
You
10K.
guys can submit your own fan art.
And-
You go to the fan art page, you go to the bottom, you hit file.
We're just very
Add it.
excited.
Yeah, no, it's
Captain Daff and Rock Pants are already
At me.
on
At me
the
on
members
Twitter,
list,
yeah.
along with Dev, Area Grace, Viking Low.
oh, it's happening. It's happening, guys.
It's filling out. So that's something for you guys to explore. As we grow the site, more and more information will become available. So keep in. Oh, it is you. Yeah, it is you. So that's something that you can play with.
Oof.
Well, we've got another
Wow.
week coming up.
John, thank you for the amazing session. That was that was
Got him out of there. Huge.
the Imperial Manse had a lot of hype leading up to it, and
Yep.
it's always hard to.
Oh,
live
it's
up
not
to
done.
the hype.
No,
It's
no.
I
not
know,
done.
but just like what
Oh,
we've
no.
seen so far,
Yeah.
pretty.
Are we not just smash
fucking
cutting
boss.
to like 20,000 years in the future?
Val
We're not
reigns
us.
supreme.
Oh my god, no.
Ray has 8 kids and 27
Guys,
cats.
I said 20,000.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, we're immortal now.
John was saying there's a week coming up. Were you talking about the week of streams?
So
Or do you have
first
something
off,
before that?
right after this, you can tune right in to Captain Daff, who may or may not be streaming something, but you should probably tune in anyway.
Good catch.
On Monday, Scott.
2 p.m. for the month of July. It's cold, cold heart. It's Paul Prospero's Paranormal Probe up in northern Quebec. History. How did they get frozen? Okay, guys, it's gonna be great. Just join me tomorrow at 2. It's gonna be awesome.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, I believe it's gonna be a screen stream. I asked Julie when I was with them on Saturday, 6:30.
Oh, we
Eastern?
skipped Fuckpocalypse? He couldn't stream one
I
day and
guess-
Fuckpocalypse gets skipped?
Look, John, I know you love that, but he said it was probably gonna be a screen stream. Wednesday, not sure about JT's VR. Civil Strife might be happening 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight. Stay tuned to the Twitter for details. 8 p.m. John.
8 p.m. is going to be RPG Clinic, and on that RPG Clinic, we're going to discuss ending games, and we're going to discuss perhaps some other elements of Changeling. We've got some backstories to fill out, folks, and I have 3 players who just might need some assistance with that. We'll see who we can get on as guests.
Nice.
Thursday?
Capdaf, just in response quickly to that, that is usually half an hour before Happy Kilmore starts the stream. So if you want to just, if you can start a little earlier or later, it might be nice to just shunt that so we aren't splitting the audience for it. Thursday, daytime, I'm going to stream something. Details TBA. My evening slot is available because I'm at work. But there will be something during the day. Details coming.
It
Got
is very possible that Scott and I might actually manage to get around to streaming Netrunner on Thursday in the evening. We'll keep you posted. We have to do some tech tests, and I have to find out whether or not I'm going to be stuck at work. But anyway,
I'll play myself.
I'm probably also going to do a daytime stream at some point during the week. I'd love to continue Child of Light because I had so much fun with that before. And Friday, are we on Friday?
Friday.
That's
Friday, Punchy rains the death down. She gives Val a run for her money.
And killed the Brotherhood.
And
of
what about
Steel.
Saturday?
Sure did. I think
I'm away.
Oh.
So you do what you want.
there will be a stream on Saturday. It will either be Shadowrun with this guy, or it will be Child of Light with this guy.
Our latest subscriber, Magic Master P, thanks so much for catching up with us even at the very end. Trust us, we appreciate it. And don't worry, everything about Exalted will still remain on YouTube, and you'll be able to catch the entire streamed series there when you want. As always, we have to thank Happy Cthulhu, who will inevitably do his rewatch. I'm going to see if I can get him down to 1 hashtag for when Changeling starts so that he has a couple more characters to play with.
Yeah.
I have to thank she, who knows 10,000 things. Aragorn, you are always ready to give us assistance, and believe me, it's really helped. But I also have to thank Echoes through song, Captain Daff. Those recaps just keep getting better and better and better and better. Can you guess what the songs are behind? If you need to find out, Captain Daff also uploads them onto his SoundCloud, and you'll be able to see them there. I have to thank my players for putting up with my psychological torture. I have to thank the audience for doing the same, and also for you guys having to look at my ugly face. But until next week, the last time that we will see Jorek, Ray, and Valeria,
Oh my god.
Rip us.
this is us signing off. We'll see you next time.
Happy faces. Put a face on. Bye.